All the levels looking good. The timer is going. We are recording. Welcome back, guys, to Tomb of Annihilation. It has been, not kidding, an entire month since last time I saw y'all and the events of our previous session of Tomb of Annihilation. Though, as dramatic as they were, I'm not sure how needed an intro is, but I'm giving it to you regardless, since it has been so long, and I did write a small paragraph here for us to catch up on. If we are all ready to dip back into the land of Faerun, into the peninsula of Chult, and the forgotten city of Omu, deep beneath the earth of the tomb, when last we saw our heroes, it has been 6 days since your first steps into the tomb. Beneath the earth on the 4th level, the party had, by sheer force of luck, through their excavations, to discover the secret entrance to a chamber that had thus far eluded them. A room pulsing with a wave of heat and a single candle held in the open hands of a skeleton on the other side. Our adventurers would soon discover the machinations of this deadly trap, themed around the 4 elements. You had traveled through both fire and air, though with an unfortunate series of events unfolding in bullet time, our party was split in 2, with Brolin and Whifflespark traveling deeper into the trap, and the others retreating to the safety of the hall. Unknown to those of you outside, Brolin and Whifflespark faced within what had been far too much for them. A chamber of clay terracotta warriors, once alerted to their presence, came to life and proceeded to cut them down in waves of deadly force. Before any meaningful act could be made to defend themselves, they had already fallen to the soulmonger's will. The final tomb of Shagambi is well protected indeed. We now join our heroes in the Hall of the Lizard's Den, still dreadfully unaware of the deadly fate of their fallen friends. So, as we step back into the hallway, it is worth noting that our dear player, Dustin, whose character Brolin fell last session, has taken up the mantle of a new character that has already been introduced to the party. Dustin, if you would, can you reintroduce your character to us, giving, of course, their name, who among our current cast you are now of NPCs you are playing, what they look like, and maybe just one unique feature about them that perhaps we didn't catch before. Give us a refresh of this character.
Oh, okay, yeah. She is a very, very tall, dark-skinned Goliath.
What is the name of the NPC you're playing?
Lucanu.
Lucanu. You're taking up the reins of Lucanu, the Chultan defender of Queen Napaka.
Yes. She wears red and yellow, kind of like lots of segmented, almost chitinous plated armor with a lot of yellow and red sashery.
Yeah, like cloth. Yeah.
She has one eye. She does not wear an eye patch, but it's simply closed. She does not open it.
Is there like a wound there or anything?
Nope, no, nothing visible. She just doesn't open that eye.
Okay. Interesting. And any direct unique feature, or do we think the eye is that one unique feature? What would somebody notice when first interacting with Lucanu? Could just be the eye, but it's up to you.
Permanent scowl.
Permanent scowl. Never smiles. Okay. Very cool. Thank you for the refresh on Lucanu as you step into the reins of this new character. And we have another player who lost a character whose character will be introduced later on in our session, as is the fashion of Dungeons and Dragons. So with that, let us step back into the shoes of our characters, where they left off last in our story. Everyone should see the map The hallway that you are in, I will re-describe to all of you to set our scene once again, since you have been spending some time here, at least the last few minutes after your friends had delved in. You also have spent a bit of a short rest in this chamber as well. In this 6 foot, at the end of this hallway, a 6 foot tall green devil face is carved into its end, with its mouth agape. Inside, you know there to be a small sentient lizard, once a pet of the company of the Yellow Banner, used as a way to trigger traps, and now far too scared to go anywhere other than where it is currently held up. Painted murals on the walls surround you. They show the faceless humanoid figures doubled over in pain, clutching at their heads and ears. As is very common in the tomb, many carvings of many terrible illustrations have surrounded you in these many days, almost a week now. So what are you doing?
War's probably pacing back and forth, waiting, trying to re-look at the door that he knows is there but can't find the trigger to. And every once in a while try pulling on a mouth or something.
I tried the eyes. They don't work. Not part of the shtick. Oh, try the noses next.
Ed, would it be safe to assume I kind of roleplay Zal a little bit at this point too? Because
No.
he's kind of no. Okay.
No,
I
you
was
are
just gonna-
you are just the one character, unfortunately. Zal is mine.
I was gonna go.
Sure. I'll tell you, Zal he's just sort of sitting there. I mean, you can interact with Zal at any time. This is probably the closest person to you out of this party, since you knew Zal for quite a long time.
Okay.
You are
Oh, yeah,
also
there's
a caretaker of Atan, the Mad Chelton merchant.
Oh,
Take,
yeah, you're
take
right.
note of that. He is ever always clinging to your side.
We don't talk about him.
Stay close to Zal for me, please.
Yes. And he just moves over. Is
Your
behind Zal.
friends have not come yet. I grow concerned.
I wouldn't be. More than likely, Roland's gotten them stuck somewhere, and Whifflespark will get them out.
What?
It has only been, like, 2 minutes.
What was the last thing you saw?
The last thing I saw,
You came back, right?
I helped Roland get through that second room. I don't know what's beyond it, so
And you saw nothing after that?
these rooms teleport you between them. I don't see anything past those two.
We do know they're a considerable distance away, right? I cannot remember who used some kind of tracking magic.
I had the echo over there, didn't I?
Yes, your echo is still,
Whoops.
unless it disappears after a minute,
I-
should still be in a
I
chamber.
removed it.
Okay.
Didn't mean to, but
Victor's kind of tapping his foot as we sit here and discuss.
wanna
Wait,
risk it, but
go ahead.
I didn't want to risk more of us going through.
No, I agree completely.
I am getting worried.
How long has it been since they, I guess, helped Brolin out of the puzzle and then came back, right?
It's going on 3 minutes.
It's been 3 minutes.
3 minutes could be a long time. You saw that trap in there.
By definition, 3 minutes is not a long time. Though,
Point stand.
if we are assuming they're trapped in, say, a chest that deprives them of oxygen, surely that would be a considerable time. But thankfully, holding your breath in this game is rather broken, so I don't really think that would be much of a concern for us anyway.
For some reason, I feel offended, but I don't know why.
Well, I'm not one to judge.
So, as the fourth minute turns, the pacing of war heard, even just under the conversation between Alexandria and Victor, your voices echoing off the chamber wall. A sudden snap is heard, the sound of a stone clicking on stone. I'd like everybody to make a perception check in this chamber.
Ooh. Snap.
I don't even know why I show up for these.
Channeling. I'm channeling it.
That is a 14 for me, Ed.
Okay.
A 14 on a natural one.
Oh, wait, it already... No, that doesn't make it...
No, you rolled a natural one in here.
Oh, never mind. That is
Modifier
a
plus
6.
13.
That is a 6. I
Wow.
left it
Like,
there.
holy smokes.
Can I have plus 13 perception?
I was looking at when I rolled, I automatically saw wars. So I
Shit,
thought,
if we're taking over NPCs, give me Biff. Whatever his modifier is probably ridiculous. Yeah.
Alexandria and Victor, you both notice exactly where this comes from because there is a little bit of movement in the wall, just enough to catch your eye. The jaw of one of the skulls has snapped closed on the wall. Just about
did you see that?
2 feet off the ground.
Alexandria?
Did I see what? The jaw moving on the...
Yes, that is the one that they pulled to open the door, right?
I refuse to admit that that's correct. I still think it's the eyes.
I will never understand this under pressure.
Well,
We should mark it.
tug on the jaw. See if the door opens.
You
Do I
said
have a way to mark it?
we should
Oh.
mark it. I agree.
I have some ink. Because I write in my journal all the time. So he'll whip that out for a second and just like put an X on that jaw.
Okay, yeah.
And say, go ahead. And then stop for the bottle. Put it.
Good.
Did Alex? Did Victor? Did you say that you were pulling it?
No.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't want to
Alexandria-
mishear you.
Alexandria said we must. Ward just marked it. No one has
Okay,
touched it.
It has
yet.
been marked.
Yeah.
Just confirming.
No. I've learned about touching things. Things happen.
What
To be
is our
fair,
plan
it was-
here?
Okay.
Didn't mean to talk over you, Kyle.
I was going to say to Josh that, to be fair, it's more of you taking things that gets you in trouble, not the touching.
Maybe. Sure. Well, War, I'm not sure you're the only one that's seen the other side.
We know the first 2 of these are extinguish that candle. Make sure you're taking a breath. Don't blow it out.
Oh,
So-
right.
Because the next room is you get no air. You have to break a bone out of the wall, get the air out of it, and that finishes the puzzle.
Break a bone. What kind?
There's a skeleton in the wall. The only place in there that's gonna have air is inside those bones.
That's right, because it was an Aarakocra skeleton, right? Hollow bones. Okay, weird.
So you're
Little
going
Spark
through
got
then.
there, and Brolin got through there. I don't know what's beyond.
Out of character, I believe I was very curious about using the bones to light the torch in the room, which I think nobody did.
You mean like cracking it over top, or
To get the oxygen in the room to light the
to light the?
sconce.
Okay.
I mean, I
Meta-wise,
believe it, right?
they made it into the tomb. I mean, I think that's technically the objective because the sarcophagus is in there, right? But
Yeah, but I'm just curious if that's like a red herring or if that gives you like some advantage in the next room for
I think it like
solving it.
shuts the mechanic down or something.
Could
Um,
also be an indicator because there's no air in the room, so you try to light it and nothing happens. Or it could just be
But I do believe the more immediate indicator is you're suffocating, not so much the the torch can't be lit.
we could try. Only thing is, something like Firebolt has a verbal component. You would have to sacrifice your held breath to test.
And that would be a clever trick to cause people to die all the quicker and would definitely match the modus operandi of the tomb. So
Thank you, Chris Perkins.
yeah, thanks, Chris. Good job.
got us with this one.
So true.
I sure love suffocating. I don't even know what we should do because if we, in order to handle that next room, like we'd all want to go, right? Especially since
I mean, meta-wise, yeah.
meta-wise, we would, well, yes, but character-wise too. I mean, our friends have not come back yet. We have no idea what hit them, so throwing numbers at it, you know what I mean? But who would be excited to go somewhere we don't know and have not returned from? So
Does teleport you, so we don't know what's on the other side.
How do we
There
even
are
pass?
two more traps that we don't know how to get through, as far as I know.
How do we even pass the first room?
You
The candle?
you
extinguish the candle.
but you can do it without blowing it out, as we saw. Like War was able to snuff it with like his hand, and it still triggered. So you could hold your breath time enough to chip a couple bones out, get into the tomb, and then figure it out from there. But
The lava one. How do we? That's the first one.
that's the first one. That's candle
Right.
snuff. Yeah.
That's the candle's on. You have to get through the lava, turn off the candle.
Oh, and then the second one is turning the candle on.
Hmm.
It has nothing to do with the candle for the second one.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
literally
it
you
was
have to
literally
suck
just
air out of
breathe.
the bone.
Yeah.
And then it
That was literally
teleports you.
breathe. And I think you're right, Jacob. I bet you it's like, hey, I cast a spell to light the torch, and oh, probably choke. How did we know, DM, after we snuffed the candle? How long did it take for that to be? I guess for another person to be able to go. Did that door immediately seal behind, or?
In your experience, when War went in and snuffed the candle, it
Right.
remained snuffed. Brolin did have to relight it, and was within the chamber during that time, outside
That
of
might-
your guys' view.
That might be what Kyle's remembering, is we have to relight the thing to get the thing. But the wall closed right as Brolin tried to get out, so
Yes.
we all would have to be in that room.
It could be a timed thing.
Well, that is the nature. Traps do need to reset. Ideally on their own.
So, one at a time, then. Do we wait on the other side, or? Who?
I'm not particularly suited to any of these challenges, so I am more apt to wait for the rest of you to resolve the issue.
I mean, if we want to do that, I can go in there and start chipping bones out, but
How would you even communicate with us?
I can't.
We don't know.
I mean,
Right.
I swap with my echo back and forth, but
Well, we don't know exactly how far the final stage goes. So,
right, we don't know the third and fourth because we know the clues that are left are dine or drown, falling sand, and then we haven't used the army sleeps in silence yet.
is the army...
But I'm assuming death to fire and precious air are the ones that we've gone through here. So
Right, those two. Do you think it leads to a third? Because you switched back, you didn't actually complete, right?
I switched back. Yeah, I didn't go all the way through. So we're rolling and Spark ended up. They could have ended up in another one and drowned. Died in quicksand.
I imagine quicksand would be particularly deadly for both of our diminutive friends.
Short joke. Or short joke.
Oh,
If
I
just
did
in
not
case
get
you-
that joke. It was clever.
Right, you've become talkative all of a sudden.
Well,
Are we?
the talkative one is gone. The short one, rolling.
Rock?
Are you? Is Lucano able to speak common now?
Now that she's a PC, is this a thing?
I will
she's,
leave
we
that. I
ignoring
will
that?
leave. I will
She's
leave that
speaking-
up
she's-
to. I will leave that up to the player for the purposes
Hilarious.
of communication. If you want to go through the hassle of actually not speaking, the only problem with that is it
Well,
will isolate your character more
they
often than anything.
they can speak Chilton, right? Or Omnuan?
It is Omnium.
I can. I'm
The only
Victor-
one alive.
only
Victor
one
cannot.
in this group that can.
Only War.
War
speak,
can. Alexandria,
Omnium.
can't.
You
So
don't have
you
to
would be-
follow that if you don't want to. I
This
won't.
is
I won't hold you to it.
He's saying it's
difficult.
just gonna. It's hard mode. That's what it's gonna be.
This is difficult. Then you are the only one who understands me.
Yeah.
We think. She speaks Rasrakshikash. Like she's like speaking Draconic.
Hmm.
Do you understand me?
I
Do you either
I
of you understand?
think War speaks. Let me check.
He looks to Victor.
Pretty sure
she
you
looks-
understand Draconic.
Yeah, I speak Draconic as well, so he'll send back in Draconic. I speak
Still
this too.
don't quite.
Your friends are very unintelligent. I doubt they'd speak giant. What would celestial sound like?
It would be a very wispy, almost like hearing somebody speak on the wind.
Like Asperazas.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out, parcel tongue.
Oh,
Don't
So
don't you fucking take angelic speech and turn it into Harry Potter's cursed language.
well, does anyone understand celestial?
Nope.
Do you really, War? Does War really understand celestial?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. It was like,
War's your only communication.
He's your in. He's your man on the inside.
and I suppose none of you speak giant. Fantastic.
The sounds keep changing, but I'm not sure exactly what's.
I actually
She's
like it.
trying to
actually-
figure out
actually-
what languages might
Oh.
be shared.
Right, that makes sense now that I think about it. But
Was surprised at how chatty she had become.
I could make the joke of, oh, I learned common by listening to all of you.
Again, I'm not gonna hold you to that. That's you as a player.
No, I think that it's got to happen. It can't
Yeah,
be
however
like,
you would like.
cannot be role played away.
yeah,
There's also a point that she's only been in the mirror for like 200 years.
She has been in a mirror for 200 years.
yeah,
Common would be different.
it would drift quite far.
So what
Well,
are you guys doing?
At this point, our friends have been gone a suspiciously long time.
Almost 10 minutes now.
All right. It's official. We have to start our rescue operation.
What did you say?
I recommend that we prioritize the recovery of Wiffle Spark. We'll just say that Bronin is a, well, bonus objective if we are misfortunate enough to find him.
You really did despise him, didn't you?
Do despise him. I despise any agent of the thing we're here to kill.
You really believe that he wasn't himself?
Oh, I know he wasn't himself.
The only thing I remember is the gears. Was there something further than that?
Well, you'll have to ask him yourself, but I have my suspicions and I'm rarely wrong, so it remains to be seen.
Fair enough.
Though, if he were to die, that would remove a great deal of the mystery, and that would be ideal. Though, I do not suspect that Acererak would destroy his plant so quickly.
Let us hope not.
Were we trying to go through this then?
We? I still do not think I'm cut out for this sort of thing.
Or how long did it take for you to, I guess, be transported from the lava? I remember Brolin tried to escape and we couldn't help him.
Long did it take? Is
It was
teleportation in a couple seconds?
And you mentioned war. Did you mention how you say you could not breathe?
Correct. Second room camp.
The rooms also are an anti-magic field, correct? I believe magic was not working for those who stepped inside, at least the lava room.
the lava. No, I was able to cast a spell in there and it helped.
Yeah, he blocked the lava from dropping.
I bought us.
So,
I bought them some time, but I cannot do that again. Until we sleep, of course.
my echo is somewhat magical, so I don't know if that's true anymore in there.
Well, who's going through the room?
Meta-wise, yeah, that's. But after one person went through, it just deactivated that effect.
Right, and it was just the candle being snuffed, so we could theoretically relight the candle quickly and also snuff it again. So if we were to bring like a torch and pass it down the line before we went in, maybe. But it depends on who's going. If Alexandria is not going to go,
I don't see how I could. If I get hit by that lava, it very well might kill me in one blow.
I don't think it would kill anyone.
War. War, is that your name?
Yes.
Interesting. You are trying to progress to the next room, correct?
Maybe.
These two are very delicate. The man looks like a small blow would end him. The other one, well, almost just as worse. Tell me, do you need assistance?
Maybe. We don't know what's on the other side is the problem.
Also, she would be taking our XP.
So I
Should we go to help you get-
she can't respond to your remarks.
Well, you know, Alexandria, If you stay behind, you don't get any. So
That is a good point, Alexandria.
It's not true. I've served as an advisory role this whole time.
So there's a room beyond the other room. Fine. What do I have to do to go back and forth?
I don't know how you get back. I was able to get back with one of my own abilities. To get through these first 2 rooms, you have to snuff a candle, potentially while being doused in lava. And then the second one, you have to break a bone out of the wall and suck the air out of it.
Break the bone.
There's a skeleton.
It's pitch black, you said.
My axe is on. So that was the only light.
That's correct. There's no air. If you cannot breathe, there's no fire.
While they're communicating, Ed, could this count as a short rest if we've been waiting for
The only
Roland
thing,
and
so
Little Park, or
you would need a full hour of inactivity.
full hour? Okay.
And by inactivity, I mean nothing straining, really. Like, so far, what you've done thus far hasn't really been any activity, but it has only been 15,
50
20
minutes. 15, 20, okay. Cool.
Only magic, fire.
And you guys have to tell me you're going for a short rest. It can't just be like an hour passed and we didn't do anything. Did we get it? And I go, you gotta activate it.
Your lanky friend over here. He can cast spells. I saw him in the fight with the gargoyles. He seems somewhat capable. Can he cast a light cantrip?
He wants to know if either you cast light.
Of course, it's fairly trivial. Takes no resources to do.
I don't
Yes.
understand. Good. Mukanu draws her greatsword, and she points. She points it to the ground and gestures for you to cast light on it.
Oh, no. That is not the kind of light I do. I do the dancing. Orbs.
He is
don't-
not cast. He
Just
is not.
let her know I cannot enchant that thing with light.
He is
Not
not.
that kind of light.
She looks like a disappointed father at you.
I've only known you for about an hour.
So are we going through? Is that the plan?
A day,
I
by the way.
Yeah, we have known her for a
Yes.
day.
And already I'm disappointed.
This could
okay.
end up killing us.
You can't understand her. It's okay.
My only concern is I my most powerful, useful spells are not available at this time. I would have to be a little more resourceful, but can't promise how resourceful that would be. But I know that we cannot wait if they are in trouble. All right, I will go.
No, he is.
We
I can
all
go with you.
What are they saying? What is he saying?
You're saying you will go.
I will accompany him.
How would we get most blessed through this candle? Do we all hold hands and it takes all of us in a string, or would we go one at a time?
Watching the way it worked before, once the candle was snuffed, you were moved. Judging by what Brolin struggled with before he went, he had to relight the candle in order to get this to happen again. My proposed solution We pass a torch between each of us after the first person is transported. We can light, snuff, pass, puff, puff, pass. Down the line until we all get through whoever's coming, but needs to be quick. I cannot hold off the lava again. A second time.
So whoever goes through second or third has to be able to take a little bit of damage from that.
Or
A little bit, I have no idea how much.
perhaps we could wait for the lava flow to subside. How long did it take for that to go away again?
The
Well,
lava flow?
Remember, the door closed and we were trying to get Brolin free
Mhm.
before he figured out how to
Yeah.
light the candle.
Yeah, it
Because
never,
we know where the
it never stopped during that time, during your time interacting with it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And the latch didn't reopen for 5 minutes. Ish.
Right. About 5 minutes until we could re-enter the room.
What was the trigger for the lava flowing again? Was it just entering the room?
From both war and
can.
from war going through, which was visible to everyone. It wasn't for Brolin, so this is information just based off of war.
Mhm.
It was the moment that he went to go snuff out the candle.
So the second person could go theoretically quickly, but the third person's the one that's going to get probably burned.
Sure.
Third and beyond, because you could at least. It did take a second for it to bubble and fall, so whatever mechanism.
So my theory is it's not going to take merely the person who extinguishes the candle, but anyone in the room once it's done. So I think perhaps it will take everybody in the room at once.
The entire chamber. Didn't. Well. Did Brolin enter after or before
After war.
war disappeared?
I've only had one person at a time go through these challenges, so
'Tis a theory.
The
there
other
are
problem might be how many bones are there?
Did you see an entire skeleton, or was it only a few that were placed as a trophy or something?
Were you
I think
asking
it was
me?
like
War.
it was an entire skeleton that was coming out of the wall, like holding the thing.
Yep.
And it only.
we took some larger bones.
You took a rib. Yeah, two ribs have been broken off.
okay.
So we're probably okay.
There are many ribs. Also, fibia, tibia, femur.
Lots of bones. Mostly, I would say it's torsos. All of these are kind of like, they look like the bow of a ship kind of thing. If a skeleton was on the end, like it's mostly just the top half. The rest is embedded in the wall.
You don't even have to break them out of the wall. You just break the tip off and suck it right off of the wall.
Who knows?
Fraser.
Well, I am the weakest of us, I do believe.
You're going first.
And if anybody's going to go first, it should be me. Assuming all of you are uncomfortable with the prospect of me remaining behind because it's likely to get me killed.
I mean, if any of
Remaining-
us go through this, it's likely to get any of us killed.
I wouldn't say that, War. You can bamf out of any room you want to because of your echo.
Only if we're within 25 feet. I don't know where the third room takes.
I mean,
As soon as it goes beyond that, my echo dissipates.
my point still stands. You are guaranteed to survive the first two challenges, whereas I am not.
Yeah, I don't need to go through the first one again. I can just switch places and do
Oh, I assumed your echo was here with us because I saw it on the map. You're right. It is
Sorry.
still in the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
your echo mechanically where it's supposed to be?
that. No.
Within. Okay, so it's still in
yeah,
the chamber.
'cause yeah, it should be.
Perfect.
Yeah, I dragged it back out because I didn't see it, and I was
Understood.
like, "Oh yeah, it should be over there."
It
Oh,
was
that's
already
nice.
there. I just wasn't sure what you were asking, but we're good.
DM,
Yes.
before we even step into this room, can I look around for like a small object on the floor of some kind?
Yes, a stone would
Um,
be readily available to you of a pebble size.
Okay. How about slightly larger than a stone? Let's do like a pebble. I mean, how about like a small? I'll take like a small stone.
Sure,
and-
make a perception check.
Sure.
Yeah, what you want, you find.
Cool. All right, cool. I'll take the chunk of that and slip it in the pocket of my robe for the moment.
Okay, you have a stone. Go ahead and add it to your character sheet.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Seems like Kanu is also willing to come with us.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Not entirely sure.
Well, won't refuse any help.
I cast some mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Nice. Gonna need it.
Yeah, what does your mage armor look like, Alexandria?
It looks like a paper-thin, roiling shadow that is difficult to see unless you concentrate on me very closely.
Like a mirage kind of thing. Okay, that's cool.
Mhm.
Lucanu, as you motion to go with them, Zal seems to protest, but in a manner that he's not like exactly forward with. Just a very worrisome, like protector kind of feeling. You know that you and Zal have worked together for many years, and at this point are the only two, other than this mad merchant, remaining members of Omu who are alive. So he seems uncomfortable with you going.
Lucana will walk up to Zal and she'll go, Zal, I must do this. These people might be the only hope to ending that bastard lich. I must do this. Do not worry. I will be fine.
You die. I find you in next life.
I know you will. And she touches his arm.
And he kind of like
Go.
shoves your shoulder a little bit and kill you. And he looks. It's a gesture. It's jesting more than anything, but like he's don't die is basically.
She doesn't smile, but she goes, yes, you will do that. Fine. Protect these weak smaller ones. I fear for especially the lithe one over there with the headband. He's referring to the rogue.
Yeah, to Biff.
Especially worry for him.
I slide over to Victor, and I elbow him in the rib.
Oh, careful! We're going to need all of these.
No, we specifically need the ribs of the Akokra.
Of course, right.
Anyways, you're distracting me. Look at those two over there, she says, pointing a thumb over her shoulder. But don't actually look. Just acknowledge that they're there.
I see them. Mm-hmm.
How much you want to bet they're an item? King 5 gold?
Which two?
Well, they're all the Mirror crew, so God only knows what they got up to in there.
Wasn't
No,
the
obviously Lakanu and her big beefy guardian.
an item? Really?
I mean, I've seen enough warrior bonds in my lifetime, but I don't know. They seem a little chummy to me.
Do you have experience with such things?
I've experienced watching such things. They're all equally disgusting.
Listen, is this supposed to be a pep talk? Because it's not been working so far.
No, it's supposed to be distracting from the imminent mortal challenge we are about to undertake.
Well, no one else knows this, but I have something should a few things go terribly wrong. We will see.
Well, that's good for you. I don't.
It
I say-
includes. All right, it includes all of us. Don't worry.
So I suppose I am going through first. Is that correct?
Well, ladies first, you know what they say.
Yes, ladies first. Very charming.
He'll pat you on the shoulder and say "trap, trap" under his breath.
Meanwhile,
You-
back at Zal with Lucanu.
You will suffer for that.
Back at Zal and Lucanu, and Lucanu is like, they are looking at us. Don't look at them, Zal. Yes.
That's
they are
not true. I told him not to look.
They are whispering at us. I feel the weak. I feel the lanky one's eyes on me.
Roll a perception check.
You call it lanky. Which one of us is lanky? All right. What the hell are you talking
I
about?
think,
Yeah.
I think you're probably distracted with your conversation with Zal. It does face the opposite direction. So, Alexandria, you are approaching the door, pulling on its lever, presumably.
Before I do that, I'm going to cast a spell I have never cast because it's never been opportune to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it might save my life.
Okay. What do you got?
I am going to clap my hands together, do a little Naruto dance with the fingers, and she's going to mutter under her breath, Udrixutho, and cast False Life on herself. I'm going to watch the skeletal shade of a lich-like figure slowly curling its fingers over her shoulders as she is imbued with undead life. And she gains... I rolled a 1d4 already, so that's 7 more temporary HP.
Plop it in.
So, yeah, making good use of those stupid level 1 spells.
Hell yeah, they're useful.
Lu-
Gotta
Lucanu-
save those slots.
Lucanu sees that this is happening, and she scowls even deeper, even though that's probably not possible.
I
necrotic.
See that?
I pull on the jowls.
Tink. The door rolls on whatever metal track it is on underneath the stone, and reveals the room beyond. As I have described it to you before, it remains the same, save for the candle is not lit. Waves of heat blast out of this cramped cell, the walls scribed with relief carvings showing volcanoes, setting cities ablaze, rows of tiny holes bored into the floor, and the 10-foot ceiling with a humanoid skeleton embedded on the opposite side with an iron sconce and a burning red candle within. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna start getting bones ready.
Hey, wasn't that supposed to be lit?
War's gonna start the process of taking a deep breath, which he can hold for an hour, switching places with his echo, and then smacking the wall to get the bones like ready for the people coming through.
Question, War. When you swap, is it noticeable? Is it like
Oh,
an
yeah.
effect,
He
or
literally like fades, and you see like essentially the echo is what remains of him, and like the opposite happens.
So,
okay?
quick question. What entails you getting the bones ready exactly? Because if you're breaking the bones out to prepare them for us, the air is going to escape the bone before we even get in there.
You were able to break the bone off the wall and then bust it in half and take in the air. They are removable,
Right.
retaining the air.
Oh, okay.
That was from both War, Wifflespark, and Browan's experience.
Took some attacks to get it out. Is what I remember.
Yeah, War, you have all the time of an hour, which I'm not going to even do an initiative because I wouldn't think that that's a dangerous situation for you.
And I can
Um,
always swap back, take another breath.
so
So
you can achieve what you want to achieve within a few moments.
pretty much ready to pass a bone for
Sure.
them to.
Sure.
And we are confident that that we can cast in this room, right?
You can test it if you want in the room just ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a cantrip, you can give it a test. It's up to you. Or I mean, you have magic on you currently. You think it probably would fade away if you stepped into it, if it works like anything like other anti-magic fields.
It would suppress, right?
It would only
Mhm.
suppress.
You would know.
You did just recently experience that yesterday, so.
That's true. I would definitely know if it got sucked out of me. So, all right. Just in case, I'm gonna get a flint and tinder in one of my hands because I'm not confident. So, in my right hand, I'll have that ready to go. And also because I don't know the trigger, I'm gonna rush the candle immediately.
Okay.
Um,
Anything else there that you were gonna add?
Well, essentially, I'm saying I am aware of what's going to happen, so my goal is to do it before anything does happen.
Perfect.
So,
Okay. You go to do this. You are doing this.
So-
What's up?
I'm just gonna describe my plan of action here, so you can let me know what is feasible.
I think I understand it, but go ahead and give me if there's
All right.
something you want to clarify.
I'm gonna fucking sprint into this room. I've got flint and tinder in my hand. If I feel my magic go away,
You don't.
I will reach. Okay,
You're
so
in the room. You're in the room. You don't feel it.
Okay, so I'm already in the room. Cool. So it was like that whole thing where they're explaining the heist, and then you realize the heist happened.
It's happening.
All right.
No.
Cool. Well,
Unless you didn't want it to happen, you could.
nope, that's
know
fine.
this
I'm already
information.
here.
Okay.
I'm going to use prestidigitation, and I'm going to light the candle, and then I'm going to turn it off. Really.
It is so prestidigitation immediately, and then you're going to turn it off.
That is the trigger, right? We turn off the candle to teleport.
Snuff it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Describe to
I
me
won't even-
in detail, because I will need detail here without revealing anything quite yet, and then I'll probably have you make an intelligence roll depending. But describe to me in detail where you are during this process, because where you are is important.
That's fair.
Not
'Cause
just
I
within
can
your
press-
square, like physically with the objects I have presented to you in this room, these four walls, the skeleton, this candle, the door out. Where are you?
Well, I'm not going to risk anything. So I saw Brolin go through here, right? Or was it Whiffle Spark?
Whiffle Spark. Brolin went in and tried to get out and the door closed. It's about what you saw, Brolin.
Okay, so I saw Whiffle Spark come up to the candle, do a thing. I think I'm gonna have to be right up on the candle. So
Right up on the candle. Make an intelligence check for me, Alexandria. As you do this as quickly as possible, you get right up towards the candle. Perfect. You did not feel the heat of the lava until you approached the candle. Once you got just close enough, it triggered. And you have enough intelligence there to think it has to do with proximity. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw as you whiff out the candle and do get out of here, but not before the lava touches your head.
okay. I feel like I might need my advantage later, so we're just gonna do this raw.
Okay.
Oh.
15 is unfortunately not enough as it immediately begins pouring down on you. You feel the heat, you feel the burn, the sear at the top of your head, and you suffer.
Before you do that, Ed.
It already is happening. There's no
I-
before. What's up?
Well, I can do a reaction.
Okay, yeah, you can do a reaction. If we're going to be doing that, I'm going to need an initiative because it sounds like it's going to be required. So if everybody can roll initiative, Alexandria, you're in the top of it regardless of what you roll.
Okay. I have advantage on my initiative.
Because once we start getting extra mechanics in, this probably won't be necessary, but just in case it is.
Waste of my natural 20.
Can I use a shield so that the lava has to beat a higher AC to hit me?
It doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
That's 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, I got a 13.
Or deflect the lava with my hand.
I didn't get war and initiative. Let me get him in here. I'm gonna ignore that roll.
Oh, I didn't click my token first.
No, you're fine.
All right, so the real question is, who here knew I was fucking up and didn't say anything? I'm looking at all of you.
It's been a month since we saw this thing work, dude.
It's true. I'm in the same boat.
If you would like to use a reaction right now, Lucanu, what would that be? And it would require you to be exactly where you are standing.
Yes. So.
And were you standing there?
Yeah.
Okay. All good.
Well, War left, and I imagine we moved up. I am a Oath of the Crown Paladin. And I have something called Divine Allegiance. Starting at level 7, when a creature within 5 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to magically substitute your own health.
They're not within 5 feet of you.
You gotta be right next to me.
Get me on top.
10 feet.
Yep,
yeah,
10.
fuck. All right, never mind.
All
I
good.
can't. Lucano can't save me.
Well, good. We'll keep this initiative for the purposes of when big things happen, but Alexandria, you are suffering some damage. 12 points of fire damage above your head, some of that being absorbed by your shield, which you so luckily had remembered to apply to yourself, or tactfully, no luck about it. And you have disappeared from the chamber and immediately show up here. Now, Alexandria, knowing everything that's going on, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you did hold your breath before doing this, yes?
Yeah, I forgot to say I was going to do that. But
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You guys discussed it. I'm not going to be like, ugh, so you're fine. You're holding your breath. You have your Constitution plus 1 minutes of time. But you see War immediately in this new chamber that I've described before, but shortly will again. Sculptural reliefs on the walls of this dark cell show tornadoes uprooting trees and tearing cities apart. An Okokra skeleton is embedded in one wall, holding an iron sconce bearing an unlit red candle, and its ribs have been ripped out in multiple places. War has disappeared on the real life side, but I only imagine he is doing what he was going to do initially, which he has it in his hand held out to you.
He won't be here to see that the hair on the top of my head has been completely burned off, and I have a bald spot now. I hold out my hand, palm up, while the other one is sassily on my hip, and I take the bone, and before he could even say anything, I suck on it.
Yeah.
I crack on it and crack it and then suck it up. Yep.
You immediately begin to take in the air. You taste that sort of dry, dusty, ancient, earthy flavor in the back of your throat. And I'd like you to roll a d6 for me.
Old Spice. Okay.
A 6. Okay. Perfect. All right. So, you immediately, as you suck in the air, begin to sort of feel the sort of twisting, sort of pulling nature of a teleport spell. One that you've probably are familiar with from experiencing this spell with Victor. As it immediately takes hold, you feel yourself transition. But as you do, something weird happens, Alexandria. Something unexpected. as you enter into this, you immediately begin to feel another presence here with you, something else, and almost like a screaming car crash, you feel yourself collide with another figure. It's very much that Harry Potter scene where he's soaring through the sky with Tom Riddle or Voldemort, and they push their heads together. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen the 7th Harry Potter movie?
When I was much littler, I don't recall.
So it's very much this like moment of like almost being entwined with another entity at the very same time that you transition, and the feeling is immediately a discomfort and then a jolting sort of shoot across the sort of plane of this teleportation magic, an immediate sort of rejection. And it almost feels like you're from your toes all the way up to your head, you have been charged with electricity, and you immediately fall out and back to reality, and you find yourself sitting on top of a pad, a sigil, a rune carved into the ground. I have a few things to describe to you, Alexandria, since there's quite a bit here all at once to take in. Several things outside of just what is normally in this room. You see a tomb filled with terracotta warriors, kneeling in neat ranks around a polished wooden coffin. Between the warriors, there are 4 aisles. They are scattered with broken pottery leading up to the coffin, whose painted lid seems to show a leopard with serpents sprouting from its shoulders. The sort of rune that you are on is lifted off the floor about a foot and allows you to see a good distance around the room, save for over the heads of the terracotta warriors. You immediately spot, interestingly enough, 3 figures on the northern side of the room. 2 of them you recognize. You see the dead bodies of Whifflespark and Brolin, blood pooled underneath them, their bodies entirely eviscerated in a very brutal fashion, their death quick and swift, but the assailant seems nowhere to be seen, save for the only other person standing in the room with you, a stranger, or perhaps not. Alex, I'd like you to introduce your character.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Alexander, are you there? No! He took his time to step away. The worst time.
He missed his entrance.
SpaghettiOs. Well, that's fine, because I want to know what's going on with other people, since this moment is going to be followed by other things. But, Alexander, you see a man. Somebody that you faintly recognize. And we're going to skip back to the other side. Lucano and Victor, you were also in the plan, ready to join Alexandria and War in this endeavor to rescue your friends. What are you guys doing? Who is going first? Technically, Victor has higher initiative, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Who is taking the next steps to follow your friends?
I think Victor, he wouldn't ignore Lucano, but I think the plan was like he doesn't like ignore her, but it's more of a this was discussed between them. You know, he didn't hear it like firsthand that she was coming, so it was more of a he's gonna step forward as quickly as he can.
Oh.
So
My mic was just muted. So
You're okay. I just
I thought
You're alive.
Away.
I just it's all good. I just step away from you for just a second, but
Yeah.
do we want to let's do Victor. Let's get everybody in here before we see this.
Okay.
Just want to make sure you're around. So yes, Victor, what are you doing?
We know that the candle is out between.
It is, and the lava is pouring.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take a lot. I'm gonna immediately pull out a torch and light it
Okay.
and run in there holding my breath.
Okay, you run in there holding your breath. You can make a dexterity saving throw for me as you run headfirst into pouring lava, as it will sear your flesh and be very, very painful.
Well, hopefully the shield will absorb
Hopefully it will. You have some temp. But give me that dex save.
it. I have my full shield for the day, so I'm
So you
hoping.
attempt to your best ability to avoid this damage.
Nope.
You just go head first into it.
4d10. Hit me.
20
Oh,
points
God.
of fire damage as immediately it sears across the shield, burning away the magic. Is that gone? Does it
I
hurt
have
you?
3 left on it.
3 left. You have moments to make the action that you can do, and since it is a 6-second, I think a object interaction and an action will get done what you want to get done here in lighting and dousing this flame.
Yeah, so he's immediately gonna light it with the torch and then
as it's pouring over your
Hold his
shoulders.
hold his breath and hand, like, snuff it.
All right. Yep. It's difficult. Yeah, you hold your breath and then you snuff. You don't blow it out because that's the trick. And yeah, you immediately into this chamber. Your torch still lit. You see War before you.
This is smaller than the room I thought it was. So, okay.
Handing out bones.
Bring out your dead. I would see War.
You would.
Okay. Then we discussed.
Yeah, he'll hand a bone off, and then say crack.
He pats out a couple flames real quick.
Off the shield.
And then I would also crack it open and inhale as deep as I can.
That dusty, ancient air fills your lungs. Roll a d6 for me, Victor.
I'm not excited about this one. 1. Great.
All right, yeah, you immediately feel yourself fade away. That feeling of sort of that teleportation, that transportation, magically from one place to another, take hold of your person. Everything goes dark. You feel a little bit of a bump, just a little bit of a bump. Very calm in comparison to Alexandria's trip, but you are unaware of that. And immediately, you find yourself right next to somebody you don't recognize, and to your horror, in front of you are your companions, slaughtered like that of a butchery. Their blood fills the floor at your feet.
And I see the army.
And you see what I've described before Alexandria as well, the tomb filled with stone or clay terracotta warriors, as I will drop in the description once again. A face you do not recognize, a face you do across the way, Alexandria, who has also just arrived mere seconds before you. So Alexandria, you saw that strange figure, and then immediately it got shoved to the side, and then Victor before you to witness this scene. And before anything can happen, since again this is all happening quick succession within mere seconds of one another, back to Lucanu. You are the only one here remaining with War's Echo and your mere compatriots behind you.
Very well.
There's lava pouring down in this chamber.
I perform the same action that they did.
You are using a torch?
Yes.
Okay. You can expend a torch.
Holding my breath. Yeah.
Holding your breath. You perform the same action that they did in order. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me as you plunge yourself into fire.
Okay. My dex is +3. Vicanu, come on, buddy. I believe in you, Vicanu. You can do whatever you put your mind to. This is just a +1.
Okay. So that is this is just a +1, so it would have been a 16 + 1, which would have been a 17.
Yep.
So yeah, you feel the full force of the flames, and take 31 points of fire damage as the lava burns down on you. No shield, no magic to protect you. You take the searing pain of the flames that hits your flesh and burns at your hair. So go ahead and apply that to your token.
I'm
Do you have
I'm
a
confused,
reaction,
so-
Billy? What's up?
well, no, I was gonna say, well, technically I shouldn't have advantage on, but if I rolled an 18 and I had it because my dex saving throw is
You
3.
rolled a 16. What's your dex saving throw on your character sheet? You need to be rolling flat rolls if you're using Beyond. Don't roll off your character
Oh,
sheet.
okay, okay. Here, let me.
No,
just
you're
do
not
it.
re-rolling. You got a 16.
Okay, that's fine. 31.
30. Yeah, 31 points of damage. So yeah, if you have a +3 to your dex save, it would have been a 19. So it still was not enough to make it. 31 points of fire damage. You can apply that to your token. Perfect. And immediately, you are transported. Your breath is held. You enter into the Akokra chamber that I've described multiple times before, and you see War.
Hand off a bone.
She is sizzling.
And
Yeah. Those flames immediately go out. There's no oxygen in this room.
he'll motion that like break it and then breathe in.
She performs the action.
Okay, roll a d6 for me, Lucanu, as this ancient air fills your lungs, similar to as it has before. 3. Okay. Yep, you feel yourself lifted from this plane, put on another, and then jutted back to this one as you stand, not in the chamber you did before, but deep within the tomb somewhere else. And in this chamber filled with terracotta warriors. The warriors themselves are taller than you, but through the cracks you can see, and probably just the other people being in this room, you know that there are others within, though each of these statues is definitely blocking your view. You can probably just see through the cracks Alexandria, Victor, and you think someone else is also here. Perhaps War came through at the same time as you, you're not sure, but you are alone on this side of the chamber. Only one not in here is War. War, were you jumping in after you got all 3 immediately?
Yeah, so after he got all 3, he would do the thing himself, break up a bone, suck the air out.
Suck the air out. Roll a d6 for me, War. A 5. Alexandria, all this happening in a moment. That familiar face that you saw for just a second. Victor, immediately a more familiar face taking its place. The bodies of your friends, somewhere else. You can hear the presence of another come towards from the east, and then you are sort of jutted to the side as War. You're sort of taken by that transportation magic, and immediately step in. You feel a slight bump as Alexandria is pushed gently to the side with no further harm. And you see War before you, Alexandria, and War, you see Alexandria. And
am I more than 30 feet from my echo?
Is there a way for you just to know that?
At the end of my turn, if I am more than 30 feet away, it dissipates. That's all I know.
You're unsure.
So
you can try.
up to you.
You can try to teleport to it right at this moment that you come through to do like a switch.
I don't want to do that because it takes a bonus action.
You are unaware
move it.
of that. Then, unless that ability says anything else, we're out of initiative. You have all entered into this room. I would like for the one individual who has yet to introduce themselves, our stranger, now that we are all here, for Alex. Will you introduce your character to us? I would say this is from probably Alexandria's perception across the room, the first time we would have seen you. Can you tell me a little bit about what this person looks like and one unique feature about them?
He's a gruff older human wearing the worst breastplate you have ever seen. You're pretty sure it's not even made out of iron or steel. Like, it's awful. It has multiple holes in it. And then he has smoking a cigar. On their breastplate, there is a badge that only person who probably could read what's on the badge at this time is just Victor, because he's the only person close enough.
Mm-hmm.
He is super gruff, smoking a cigar, and looks mildly annoyed with the whole situation at the moment. Of
Yeah.
and he has a largest scar through one eye, but the eye is fine. It's just like one of those cut through scars.
Yes, it will immediately become apparent to anybody within line of sight of this stranger, Victor, especially in Alexandria. War, probably you can tell someone is over there, but can't quite see them. There is a stranger amongst you. Also, War, I forgot to note something very important. Besides just the description of this room, you do, to your horror, see the bloodied corpses of your friends to the north by Victor. And you are in this room. What do you do?
I think Victor locks eyes with War, noticing the army. Shush finger to the lips. Yeah.
And for Victor notices a fine meshwork of scales as well. Only Victor.
Somebody's right next to you, Victor, too, by the way. If you're the first to talk, just so you know, this is a complete
yeah, well,
stranger.
he's looking at War, I think, and he knows not to talk, right? At least for.
Well, you did motion not to talk to your companion, so I'm gonna go with knowing that.
Okay. Victor kind of points at the sarcophagus and nods his head over, like, "You here for that?"
Shrug a little and do any of the terracotta have blood on them from
the ones
10
right
minutes ago
next
massacring
to you,
people?
the ones right next to both of you, these two furthest to the north on this side are damaged.
But I was wondering if any of them have blood on them from just ripping apart two people.
There is blood sort of all around the statues and the ground of yeah, it's.
Yeah. Victor looks at you looking and waits for your eyes to come back and goes, he kind of points at one of them and goes,
You get a very serious shrug of, I don't know who the hell any of you are or where this is.
Can we see Lucanu from here?
Yes,
or is it pretty tight around
through the statues, you can just see the form of Lucano. It's kind of like trying to look at somebody when there's just a million trees, you know, in front of you.
Wish I had my level 3 spell slots. I really do.
Let's go around. What's going on with War in Alexandria?
You can see War visibly shaken and anger, but trying to hold it back, knowing that this is probably sound-based because of the clues. And Victor.
Alexandria?
Alexandria's hand is over her mouth, kind of like the shocked expression someone would see if they saw something unexpected. But her eyes aren't wide with that shock, but rather they are squinting with a scowling disappointment.
Okay. Lucanu?
Do I have?
Alone, but you do see
Yeah.
others are in this room, just far away from you.
I'm not really in a position. I don't imagine even like I can kind of see two maybe bodies laying on the ground.
I will say, what's your passive perception?
15.
Yes, you can see that. There's blood pooled.
Not a sound is in this room, isn't it? No one's making a sound.
Silence.
Yeah, she will hold position for now.
Okay. I will
Why
leave
is
it.
this action?
I will leave the room open then to all of you to do as you will, since I've now heard from all of you.
Here we are, boys. Oh shit.
I mean, if we want to end the campaign,
No.
everybody prep a spell. I'm gonna go in hard and fast.
With a surprise round, we could kill them all before they moved.
I mean, I got Cone of Cold. I could
feel like
take
I'm
out-
in the cone of that cold.
Yeah, but I
nothing.
don't like you, so
But I'm in the cone of cold. That's the point.
You also don't like Victor. That's a problem too, huh?
oh,
Nobody on that side of the room is.
She's probably not in a good.
There's a problem.
Brolin is dead. She might be in a good mood.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll
You
spare
like
Victor.
Roland secretly.
No, now's your chance, man.
You
can
like
set the whole room
Krabby
back up.
Patties, don't you, Squid? You like Krabby Patties, don't you?
Could cast a 5th level fireball.
You could set the whole room off and kill Victor right now.
Would you really want to kill Victor?
I don't know.
Opportunity. It's your chance.
Worst case scenario, I think I'd want to cast Ice Storm directly in front of War and I, because that's the same radius as a fireball, but it turns everything into difficult terrain. So, nothing would be able to approach us. I don't know.
Oh.
Lost him.
Oh.
Oh, he back.
And he's back. Hello?
Oh, did I drop?
Just
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be thinking about combat scenarios since we're not even in one yet.
You were planning
I
to kill
could-
me a second ago?
When did I cut out?
Right
Second.
before you said.
Yeah, it was
right after you
split
talked about
second.
difficult
Yeah.
terrain.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So I could put the party at risk and cast Levitate.
It's a
I don't
12-foot
have
ceiling.
Yeah, I don't have it today. Or I'd be using it already.
Well, it has a verbal component, so
You can whisper.
yeah. But I didn't. Brolin try and whisper, and he failed his stealth check, and that got him one of the ticks
Yeah.
or something.
Well, Alexandria doesn't know that, but yeah.
Well, no, but
The cop
I-
does, yeah.
even so, Army sleeps in silence. Obviously, if I say anything, it's probably a bad idea.
Brolin also rolled a natural 1, so
All right, so the sarcophagus in the middle of the room.
Yes.
How's that looking?
Like,
Is-
what do you mean? Like,
is
how's
it-
looking?
Is it covered in fucking cowbells and all sorts of dangly noise crafty traps? Or
From what you can see, the coffin is simply it looks similar to the sort of solid stone sarcophaguses you've experienced in other tombs, but this one is has a lid that is completely painted and seems to have the illustration of a leopard with serpents sprouting from its shoulders on its lid. Other than that, it is your simple stone sarcophagus, a box made of rocks.
box of rocks. Cool. I have no idea what to do here. If Falcon was here, I'd say she could sneak up and do things. But
Most of the
Yeah.
sarcophaguses have had stone lids that I think regardless of what happens, you have to like shift it at least, which is a risk of noise. If we want the sarcophagus stuff, we might end up having to fight these things.
Make a perception check, Ward.
come on, buddy.
Pretty 20.
Take advantage, since Alexandria wanted to kind of look at the sarcophagus as well, and wasn't wasn't given a roll, as I probably should have. But this is both of you looking in that direction, mostly her looking, and then you kind of right there.
So dirty 20.
Dirty 20. There are hinges on this sarcophagus. They are on your side. Iron hinges bolted into the stone.
He'll look over and kind of make a motion.
To the other side, to Victor?
I guess to everybody in the room.
Okay, yeah.
Alexandria and Victor are the main ones that he can see.
Lucano could catch it as well.
Thumbs up.
As
Does
players,
anyone-
are we fighting this?
Does anyone know the silence spell? Now's the
Great.
time. Now's the time.
I don't have that utility. I have alarm.
That's the opposite of what we want.
That's the other way. Yeah.
I have
I do.
wrong spec for that.
I have greater invisibility.
I also do.
Don't
I mean, you
think
could.
that helps.
Well, you get advantage on stealth
Oh, I see.
with greater.
It has a verbal component though.
It does.
You still have to, do that.
Like I can get there with the echo thing, but I lose my potential way out.
It is true.
Because as far as I am reading, there's no components. But that gets me there. Opening it might be sound.
Oil them up first.
And if we do start fighting, that takes me literally into the middle, equidistant from everybody.
I pull out a piece of chalk and write on the wall, "Who are you?" and hand another piece of chalk to you, Victor.
Here for the tomb. Those were our friends.
Sorry to hear that. So am I. For the
He also, next to that small block, writes the clue: the army sleeps in darkness, and he kind of
silence.
he kind of looks at or sleeps in silence. Yeah, not
Yeah,
darkness.
you get an okay symbol back.
Can you help with the sarcophagus?
Maybe.
He gives you a look like.
All right.
I take a look at the sarcophagus from our side. Is there any latch or anything on our side?
No latch. No.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but I think we should fight.
I am in bad shape for fighting.
All right. As a player, I think where we're positioned is optimal as we can be for a fight.
All three corners? Yep.
I think
It allows for
My-
big AoEs to happen.
My AC will not pull this off unless I shield every round.
well, we're theoretically we are not going to be fighting as many as we think we are, because 2 fireballs should annihilate everything they touch, assuming we don't roll solid ones.
Well, that's the risk, isn't it?
Well, yes, but there's inherent risk in everything we do. There's inherent risk in us trying to sneak through this room and then not getting surprise round.
We also have to be at the top of the initiative.
We will be for the surprise round, because we'll be acting before they are conscious.
Shit. one single giant T-Rex is one thing. 40 double short sword attacks are a completely different problem.
This is the opposite of what I'm built for.
So if we attack, where are we tossing these fireballs even? Are
Well, if
we
you
focusing
toss
one
them-
side to obliterate, or are we
If you toss them on
distributing
this
damage?
side, so like here,
Uh-huh.
you can find a position that won't. We can do a position where we'll hit most of them and don't hit anyone because they're 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So you can place it anywhere on any of these four corners around the sarcophagus.
Now let me check
And
if I have a fireball.
That's 20 foot.
So my problem is I am out of level 3 spells. I would have to cast a 4th, I guess, but that takes away some other things. So
Probably best places to put fireballs are actually on the corners. Like,
I think right here is actually the best spot.
because it's on a point. It's not a
Yeah.
yeah, it's a 4x4, right?
No, it's a 4 out from that point.
It's
So
20 radius.
20
so
radius.
diameter 40.
Oh, yeah. Then
So-
you can hit.
The
If you
entire
place
like,
it on one of
almost
these
everything.
corners, it'll hit everything except for 8 of them. And probably the best spots for those 8 are Lucanu and War.
Victor, you hear Unix's voice echo inside of your head, which startles you for a moment, but you realize it's just inside your head. He sounds. They sound. Or she rather. They sound very nervous, and you hear them say, "You you should leave, Victor. You should use this rune to leave. Or maybe the other one. I don't know which."
My objective means we complete this room.
You need to be very careful. If there's danger, you should leave. One of these
understand.
runes, I don't know which one though.
One of these runes will get us out.
I think so. Got you in?
Astute point. Regardless, we need to finish this room.
I also forgot to mention, Victor, you were somebody who did unfortunately step through. And
That road.
Edwin, this is also you.
Okay.
Both of you are receiving 18 points of force damage
Jesus,
as this rune was especially painful. Feel like a piece of you got left behind. Continue. I just wanted to make sure I noted that.
Alright, so we're finishing this room.
And it's just like dangerous, very dangerous.
I understand. Dangerous. But necessary.
Yeah, you just
Andrew
feel this general
Robinson?
nervousness.
Do you know anything about Shagambi?
What was the tale and title? Like, did they have any interaction? Shagambi and
I
The
don't think
Gambi
so.
had interaction with Nang Nang.
Nope. Yeah, the opinion probably would be, I mean, all of the gods are fine. I don't know which one I like better. You got the neutral trickster.
I should have expected that answer somehow. Looking. Oh god, this room. Fuck this room. I want to cast a spell so bad, but I'm so scared to because I have message. We could chat, but
As verbal too.
yeah, there's a verbal component. Everything, most things.
If we had a sorcerer, we could make silence spell.
I guess he would. He's indecisive in this moment about what to do moving forward. So I think he would just kind of look at War and wait while handing Edwin back a piece of chalk.
It's the second by second situation of everybody looking at each other and looking over and like, who's gonna do something, and it's just sort of passing the torch all the way around the room, and nobody's done anything yet. I love it.
All right. When you look at Alexandria, you see her take her hand from her mouth, still scowling. She holds both of her palms out towards you.
Oh no.
One of those palms turns into a pointed finger. She then has it spiral in an arc through the air, landing on the other palm, and then both of them exploding outwards violently.
Okay. As you go to cast your spell, there are
What?
verbal...
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're
I'm
not?
not casting.
He
No,
was
she's
signaling.
motioning with her hands.
Oh,
like
I
that.
thought you were casting a spell. You just said exploded. I was like,
She's
whoa.
going-
Yeah, no,
she's
like,
going-
her hands exploding outward like a
motioning.
Okay.
explosion.
I was like, fuck me. Okay.
don't-
Balls on
I-
this guy. I was
I
He's
like,
don't have
kinda-
my camera, so I'm just
Yeah.
trying to
okay.
like,
Yeah, if
illustrate.
it's just a hand motion, you're fine. I was just like, did you? It sounded like a spell, but you're good.
He's looking at her like, really?
She nods, a grin coming off her face, like.
He points at War.
He looks to War and does the same hand motion, with an expectant gleam in her eye.
See his nose kind of twitch, and you see that he is like thirsty to hit something, so he'll nod slowly, and then he'll point at Alexandria in the corner behind her, like, you get in the corner.
So he, like, to shuffle to the right.
Yeah, if we both moved right one square.
I am looking at that square. Can I confidently move there and not create any noise?
Where?
Am I right?
Yeah.
Then I will do that.
Nothing. Yeah, you're just taking some steps.
I think Victor will watch this happen and kind of, he'll try to like kind of line up with her, seeing her through the forest of death.
Yeah.
Before stepping out here, War's gonna try to motion to Lucanu also, and like try to make eye contact and like give a prepare for fight. Get in
Yeah,
the corner.
She nods.
Yes. I will follow suit. Mostly because I would stand over top of Victor, but I don't want to try and step over that teleportation rune.
That's a good point.
Oof. Yeah.
I guess Victor would kind of sleeves of his robe. He quietly sighs like, "Here we fucking go." And he looks at her and he kind of holds his hands out like, "Okay."
War will. I'm gonna double check that this doesn't make noise, but he's gonna summon his echo and have it move over the center of the sarcophagus.
Yeah, just confirm it doesn't make any noise or require you to do a verbal component or anything.
Yeah. Where
I
is
doubt it does.
this
If it
going?
doesn't, then you're good.
Here's description. That's a lot of things. Can use your bonus action to magically manifest it.
It doesn't sound like there's a sound.
No, just Sounds like it sort of poofs into existence.
Doesn't arrive with a crack or anything. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So this will remove it from elsewhere. And put it. He's gonna do it kind of floating in the air.
How far? You got a 12-foot room, so you got 2 squares to work with.
So he can summon it at 15 feet, and then he can have it move 30 on the same turn.
Okay, yeah. Because it's 12 and it's D&D, we're rounding down. So, but for the purposes of combat, this is just a 2-square room. Like one square, like two squares going up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just-
like
just
one on
one
the
square
floor,
above.
one touching the ceiling, one touching the floor.
Okay. So he'll be in the ceiling one.
Okay. So we'll just
and
put
then I'll have
him.
it move here.
Well, can you mark him with a little
Up
like
one?
fly
Yeah.
with one?
And do.
Up one, yep.
There you go.
All right. Any other prep, or is one of you triggering this?
Or does your echo get an action?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
All my
Victor's got his sleeve up, just waiting for
Not-
Alexandra to watch
Not
her.
only do all my spells require a verbal and somatic component, but in order for most of my spells to work, I need to be near you. I have all these auras and helpful
You are
things.
near yourself,
So where are we targeting these fireballs?
so we need to maximize as much as we can because we can clear out this room, mark almost all the way up to Lucanu, right? Because I believe it's right here. Is where
Yeah,
it drops.
you can kill these ones and the ones you were just marking
Because if we put, wow, why am I
right here. Is where you want.
gray?
Let me turn this bright pink so it's super visible.
That's right. Snap to
Ooh, there
corner.
we go.
You want that corner right there.
That corner right there would be this.
Oh no, yeah. So Yep.
Where?
that's perfect. That's
Here?
what I think, at least.
Well, I'll leave that up to the caster. Of
I
your,
think
of your
that-
target location. Is your target location here, Sir Kyle?
Sure, that's where people want it. I was confused. I saw a lot of arrows and pulses. So
Sorry.
Do you see the pink? I know
pink outline.
Parts of the pink outline
I
you
do-
can't see. But
I
it
do
is a
see
full
the-
square.
Yeah, I do see the pink outline.
That would be it centered here. So you could get terracotta warriors in the back, or you could point it a little further this way. It's basically the only ones you aren't going. You can choose to catch the ones in front of you. Like you will be missing like an edge.
2 rows. Yeah.
2 rows on the outside edge of one of the sides of this square.
So my question is, Victor, how does your shield work?
It's gone.
Oh, I thought you
It's-
get it if you like do damage or something.
Abjuration.
If you cast an abjuration spell,
It has to be an
heals
abjuration
back.
spell for me to gain it,
Yeah.
but it only heals back the level of that spell, like the number
Okay.
level.
So you are a lot weaker than I am. So,
Well,
Are you-
excuse me.
well, no, like in this moment, you took like 13.
In this,
Whatever,
yes, because I
17 damage.
ducked. I was counting on my shield to make sure that if I fucked up my deck save through the lava shit, I would be fine, which I was. So
Yeah. So, of the two of us,
you have
you
10
are
HP
weaker
every
right
night.
now.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
recommend moving it 1 up.
Also,
I
your
could-
character is a pansy, and my character's so much stronger and cooler than yours.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Here or here seems to be best.
We'll see about that, but
That's
Yeah,
fine,
I
that
guess
one.
we will
Yeah.
when I inevitably come for you.
I will just say that I can heal Victor. I just have to be near Victor.
You don't know that.
That's why I like this formation personally. It gives us a clear shot if those went down.
and you also have an assist from War on your side.
So Alexander, do you want to be damaging the terracotta warriors right on the flank of Victor?
Yeah.
This new character
Where it
and
is-
Lucanu.
Right here looks good. Or right
Yeah.
That.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. And you are the triggering element of this. You are going to be the first one to act. You are casting a fireball with that trigger, correct?
I guess I would be the trigger.
You would be the
Yeah.
first one doing something.
My reaction would be to cast my fireball at the exact same point at the exact same time as
You
Alexandria.
do not have a reaction, Victor, unless you ready in action.
I'm going to ready the fireball.
You have to cast a spell to ready in action. You will have to make a
Mhm.
stealth check before Alexandria acts to cast your spell.
Okay.
Would you like to do that?
No,
Okay.
but I will.
You can ready your spell as you see Alexandria preparing to act. I do need you to make that stealth check.
I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
So
I do have something I want to be doing before I prepare to cast that spell.
Is it? That's fine. We'll presume. Well, is that okay? Victor, don't do anything yet, because I wanna. You probably won't prepare your thing until you see Alexandria.
Until
doing
she's-
something.
When
Yeah.
he sees what I'm about to do, he will know he needs to start preparing a spell.
Let's just do things. Let's just do things in order, because he won't do what he's about to do until he sees you getting ready for that trigger spell. So, what were you going to do prior, Alexander?
Okay. So prior, I am going to activate my ASMR form. So
Okay. No verbal component on that.
I
right? That's just a feature?
checked. It's a remarkably vague description as to what it does.
Does
it just says
does it define
use
like a
my-
cast? Yeah.
it doesn't say it. It says you transform. So you use your action to unleash your divine energy, causing your eyes to glimmer and wings to happen. It doesn't say anything
It
about
doesn't say
somatic,
anything about.
verbal,
Yeah,
or
it doesn't say
yeah.
anything about making a sound or causing you to have to make a verbal component. Then you could, of course, cosmetically during a fight, we like to think that does make a sound, but in
If-
this situation, it does not need to.
If you are fallen, Kyle, stuff in your range needs to make a saving throw against your fear, correct?
Oh, I guess that's true.
So that might take
That-
your fireball.
You do have
Not
things
only-
near
initiative.
you.
Well, and not only that, War. If War fails, he's going to have disadvantage on attacks while he sees you in line of sight. So we probably.
Okay, fine. I won't do it.
I'm saying it's up to you.
No,
That's
it's
cool.
it's true. I forgot about the fear because it's
I just don't think.
the last time I did this.
That's what
I
you
think I was
wanted.
fighting goblins. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah.
that
So
was a long time ago.
So
Yeah.
we
all right.
are
In that case, yeah. I'm gonna
going
Victor,
going for the
do
trigger.
your thing because I'm about to. I
Okay.
am.
I'm gonna
Literally
ready an
casting a
action
spell right now.
as well, but just it's a non-spell action.
Okay, no. As long as if you're ready in action and it requires a verbal component, I do need a stealth check. If it doesn't,
It's
then-
channel divinity. I don't think those do.
Okay. Then I'll ask if everybody is readying something and what that is. We know that Victor wants to ready a fireball. Edwin, you're readying channel divinity. Lucanu, are you readying anything?
I'm going to.
Just note that if it has a verbal component, you'll be making a roll just like Victor. All right, he is gone. He's back. Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm getting like forced out of Discord for some reason.
Happened to me once too,
Um,
and Kyle, I think.
Still here?
yes, I'm here.
Work.
Unfortunate. Oh God, none of my stuff.
You can ready just a basic attack action if you are presuming that there will be a fight right near you, like to swing at the near. I mean, yeah, your nearest foe. That's a very simple one. It's completely up to you though,
There's always the dodge action.
and you can take the dodge action as well.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay, so you are readying the dodge action to happen at a trigger. So triggers are important when it comes to readying things. So I'll figure out what everybody. Yeah, well, let's start. Let's go back just one step. Edwin, what's your trigger?
The fireballs start
The
flying.
fireball starts flying. Victor, your trigger. Fireballs start flying.
He's like
It's gonna be
he's trying to
Alexandria.
he's trying to ballet dance with Alexandria at the same
This,
time. Yeah,
this
so-
might be redundant. Lucano, your trigger is probably also going to be the fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's triggers. I already said that initially. Just I'm trying to go through all the steps. War.
I will be doing an attack against this guy.
Okay. When the fireball happens. Okay.
Yes.
So, since it's readied, the readied happens before Alexandra's actual cast. Victor, I need you to make a stealth check. You said you wanted to use inspiration. This is
Yep.
to hide your verbal component as you ready your spell.
Advantage.
Come on, buddy. Come
Oh.
on.
Avante!
I believe in you.
Oh! 20?
20.
20.
Verlin is here in spirit.
You whisper your words under your breath, ready
Yeah.
to spell. You feel it only has moments to go off as Alexandria prepares her spell. Alexandria, you are firing this immediately, but there is still a verbal component. I need you to make a stealth check.
All right, I'm burning my
Inspiration?
inspiration for this to be at advantage.
Cool, I will take it from you.
Let it go. All right. Well,
It's okay.
it's a good thing everybody's things were a trigger for me failing this. So
Your fireball is still going off. This is just a deciding factor of a surprise round. But this fireball is happening before anything. The moment you go to cast, your words echo out. They catch on the ceiling and immediately they all turn. The blades come out at one time. All of them in a direction. Legions on you, Lucanu. Legions on you, Edwin and Victor. And legions on you as well, War Alexandria. And Alexandria, your fireball just goes. Center of the room. I would love to see some damage on that before we roll initiative.
I would just like to say, for the sake of being that guy, a verbal component technically could be at any volume level.
Yeah, but even a whisper in this room, in this situation, requires a stealth check.
All right, well, that's true. That's fair.
Silence. Complete.
It appeared to be that there were like an amount of failures to be silent.
I think we had
before
one.
They attacked.
They had one warning.
Yeah.
It's true.
No,
yeah, they're
we-
not
we-
attacking. They're just turning. This is the one warning. They're turning. All you're
Yeah.
losing is the
That
surprise.
is the
The
one
surprise
warning.
is lost. They are now aware of you in the room, and then the fireball is going off. But they are aware
That's
prior to the attack.
That's okay, because I have never cast a more powerful fireball.
You've never
than I'm
hit
about
so
to
many
cast.
people.
I-
There is
I
a
have-
lot of pain. Possibly.
I have never rolled as high as I am about to roll.
Oh,
Yes.
We're calling it. We're
Let's do it.
calling it.
I get inspiration for advantage on damage.
That'd be great.
I am casting this
Give it to me.
at
Highest
sixth-
level?
at 5th level.
Dude, this is so big.
Okay, so that is a total of 10d6.
Holy shit.
All right, time to go big dick.
Man.
Come on.
Damn.
Come on, big boy.
Tommy.
See, this is why they know about us.
Going.
That's why they heard us.
Oh, shit, there's a couple sixes in there.
39.
30.
39. What's
No
your
ones,
what's the save?
only 2 2s. That's pretty good.
What's the
The save is 19.
19. Perfect.
Oh, wow, your save is
no.
super high.
That's because I'm lying. It's actually 15.
Oh shit! I was like, did a
I
level
was like,
like,
holy
did you get like a
shit.
really sweet feat that
That's
I want
so
on my
high.
sorcerer? Okay, 15. Cool. I'm going to bring to life all of my tokens here.
I'm going to roll for War's Echo.
But the way that we are going to do this. Oh, give me this inspiration that fell down here. The way that we're going to do this, and the easiest way for me to do it, is I'm going to go like reading from left to right, from top to bottom is how I'm going to do these tokens, because I feel like that's fairest. So 4, 8, 8 plus 7 is, what's 8 plus 14 is 22, and then I've got another 7 over here, so that's 29, another 7, which is 38, and that would be 38, that would be 42, so I'm rolling 42 d20, and that's how I will be applying them. /roll 42 d20.
I also
It's a giant list.
have thought of a way for you to manage these a little easier
What do you think?
when you get around to it. But
Okay.
this,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
this, go for it. Yeah, go for it with this.
Oh, good. So
Just-
they are all getting no plus. Good. I don't have to add anything. So let's just go down the line. I'm just gonna kill ones I know are dead.
3 of them failed.
Cool.
Nice.
That's amazing. So dead. I just want to make sure it's
Pretty good.
accurately killing them.
Pretty good odds.
Dead. This one is taking half, which is 19, and is bloodied. And let me confirm on magical stuff. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, it all goes through. Just how it goes through. Cool. And then next on the list, I've gone 4 in. It's 8.
Yep,
So
8.
dead. And then the 12 is dead.
Do you want me to read?
Yeah, read them.
Okay, so next one's 10,
Dead.
12,
Slow down. 1 second. Don't go careful. Okay. Next.
18, so it passes.
It passes, so I need to apply the damage. And someday we won't have to do this anymore. What's the next one?
7.
7.
So it fails.
It fails.
and then-
So 1 second. I gotta kill it. I was about to type something in. Next.
10. Fail.
Fail. Yeah, just tell me pass or fail.
Okay. Fail.
Okay.
And
Next.
then fail.
Next.
Fail.
Okay.
Fail.
Okay.
And then a natural 20.
Okay.
What a Chad.
This dabs.
He'll be the one that kills me.
Next.
Fail.
And next.
Fail.
And next. This will be this for
Fail.
a little bit. All right. And next.
I think succeeds with a 17.
Yep. One at a time. What a fireball. Next.
Don't you know?
Fail.
Okay. And next.
Succeed with 18.
Succeed with 18. Okay. And next.
Fail.
Okay. Next.
Fail.
Next.
Fail.
Next.
Fail.
Next.
Succeed. 19.
Okay. All right. And next.
Fail.
Next.
Natural 20.
Fuck, man. All right. Get the blood
Chad's
on
brother.
there, and we're almost there. Next.
Fail.
Next.
Fail.
And the one after that.
I think succeeds with a 16.
All right. And after that.
Fail.
And the following.
Fail.
And next.
Fail.
Okay. 1 second. Let me just. I forgot to mark this one with blood. It needs blood. Cool. Next.
Fail.
God damn. Next.
Fail.
And the next one.
Fail.
2 more. What's the next one?
Fail.
And
2
the
more.
last one. This is the
Uh-oh.
last one right here.
He rolled for the whole room, even though it didn't hit the whole room. That's all.
I just
Oh, okay.
I missed one, I think. If
Yeah,
we're
so
missing one.
I met the third to last one with your last one,
Just give me the next one.
which is a 15. So I believe that succeeds, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Meets, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
you rolled
I might have
42
just done-
of them,
I might have just
so-
done too many, it's fine. So that one is bloodied. Cool. Let's get rid of what we don't need. One at a time here.
I wish there was a way you could remove all dead things off the battlefield.
Well, then you two would be gone, so.
It
Well,
would-
he wants to have them somewhere on the map so he can see them, so he can count up our totals.
Yes, I need them saved because these are killed creatures.
War's Echo is also dead.
Okay.
We
How
can you
does it
play
kill?
some gladiator music for me? because
We're going to. I just want to get. I want to get the semantics out of the way. We're going to change to some battle music, and then I want you to describe this situation for me, since you are the triggered cast. And then we're going to do readied actions.
I kind of assumed that the fight would be. These things would have about twice as much health as they do.
Well,
Same. I agree. I also was like, shit, they're all going to be like 60 HP.
okay. Let's change the music up, and we're going to have Alexandria describe what the fuck this looked like, and then we're going to do our readied actions. I would say we can roll initiative so we can do readied actions in order. But yeah, when you get a chance, throw your initiative in. Alexandria, what does this look like?
Okay. What we watch is she takes a deep breath, holds her hand up over her head as we watch it begin to glow. The silhouette of her hand lit up with a thin purple light. She'll reach down to her feet and touch the floor and draw it up, and as her hand is lifted back up to its original raised position, every few feet we would see a ring of magic slowly rotating around her. She drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings, culminating in the top where a ball of purple energy roils in her hand. She then throws her hand forward, pointing at where she wants it to release, and we watch that ball show up at that place. It expands like an exploding sun, its death erupting throughout the room, and then as quickly as the room is filled with a violent purple light of this exploding star, it collapses in on itself, winking out and leaving only ashen forms in its wake.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. And we see a bunch of them just like almost just fade to absolute dust in the wake of this spell. Amazing. I need initiatives from Lucanu and Alexandria, just so I know who's going when. I'll skip over you, Alexandria, since I'm just going to do the readied actions, and then we'll roll for real. So.
And I just have complicated initiative. That's why there's so many rolls.
Okay. What initiative is that, Lucanu?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to roll. I have advantage.
Okay.
So that's a 7 plus 5. That's a 12.
Okay. 12 indeed. And Alexandria, I just need. Actually, I'll wait for you, Alexandria. We'll have you roll in a moment.
If you were skipping over me, you don't need it right now, right?
Yep. No, Edwin, you're the first to act on this trigger. You see this?
Okay, I am going to move around the teleport to here,
Okay.
and I am going to try and beat on this terracotta warrior.
Okay. What was your saved action? Was the divine something? What was
Oh
it?
yeah, the divine thing. I just turned that on. I forgot that's my save action.
Okay. Yeah. This is just ready.
Yep. I will be first later though. But yeah, it's I cast my Channel Divinity, which does this.
As an action, you present your holy symbol, and a sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere centered on you has a 30-foot radius. I need to get that on your token. 1 second.
I can add it.
Okay, yep, add a 30-foot radius on your token. And is filled with dim light. The sphere moves with you, and it lasts for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. They will gain 1d6 plus 8 temporary hit points, or you end one effect causing it to be charmed or frightened. What does this look like?
It is just darkness that spreads out from my shield because I wear my holy symbol on my shield. Like, not real darkness though, it's just shadow spreading out from him.
What's with all this darkness shit?
Yeah, we
The
see
whole
it.
party.
It doesn't obscure your vision, but as it pours out, you can immediately feel its influence around you. And I think it would just be Victor at first. And there is this sort of, like, what is the energy that Victor would feel from this, Edwin?
It's actually really quite soothing energy. It's like it's like a cool night breeze type of an energy.
Okay.
It's
Followed in
of the
contrast to the flames that just, or the fireball, the damaging spell of Alexandria.
Wait, that's not right.
And yeah, your spell goes.
Oh, and you see the moon light up on my shield
Okay, yeah.
as it goes into crescent.
Fuck yeah. War. Explosion goes off. The terracotta warriors begin to turn to ash in the vibrant power of Alexandria's spell. Some kind of effect takes hold on the other side of the room, emanating from Edwin's shield. Well, you don't know that their name yet, but the stranger's shield, seemingly to be an ally in the situation. But what are you doing, War? You readied an action to swing,
attack.
so that's what you are doing.
The one directly in front of Alexandria.
These
and
are all
I-
kind of happening at the same time, so I'm describing them like turns and I shouldn't be.
And I believe, so if you ready an action to do an attack, do you only get one, or do you get your full attack action?
I would say leave that up to what you think it is in the moment, since I don't have that ruling.
I
you
guess
wanna
you're
use-
holding an action, so it's the whole action.
Sure.
That's the way I think about it. Okay. I am not raging yet.
Okay. Yeah, you are only getting to use the one action.
This is a normal strike. So 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Alrighty. Second attack.
Both scrape against
neither.
stone, unable to penetrate war as you cut at them, and you see that your foes, though very vulnerable to fire in the situation, seem resistant to your steel. Victor, you are the next held action,
Yep.
and that would be a fireball, right?
Yes.
Where at? This is the same format. Where would you like to drop it?
Same exact point as Alexandria.
Okay, right.
Do you
here.
want it the same one, or do you want to drop it?
You will
and-
catch more if you go back further. Up to you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why don't we move it down and we'll get what we haven't touched
If
yet.
you do the opposite corner, you can grab all of the ones we haven't hit.
Yeah, these right here. Like this. This is the opposite corner. Yeah.
Okay, I can't see that opposite corner, so I'm going to go with where it currently is. Yeah, right now. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to cast Fireball at level 4,
Okay.
and I'm not going to steal Alexandria's sweet description thunder there.
More standard
I-
fireball.
No, do what you want, man.
Yeah,
All
do
right.
that.
Shit, you want me to do it?
Theme it however you want, man.
Okay, well, his eyes are going to glow gold, and his lips are going to move with the arcane language. He's talking fast, nothing you can understand, and he's going to sort of hold an energy in his hands, and it's going to expand. And behind him, 1, 2, 3, 4 different geometric shapes are going to open like portals, and they're going to brim with like a flaming energy, and all of those points are going to converge in front of him and shoot out as one laser on that exact same point, and it's just going to ignite in like a bright yellow, like swirling fire strike. Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead and just roll that fireball, and let's get some damage going, similar to how we did before. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. Oh my god. Okay. Basically same situation.
17 is my DC.
Okay. Those are my rolls. Help me out, Jacob.
What is the DC?
17.
17. Okay. So fail.
Okay.
Fail.
Okay. Next.
Fail.
Next.
Fail.
And the next one.
Fail.
The following.
Fail natural 1.
Jesus. The next one.
Succeed natural 20.
Dies anyway. Next.
Fail.
Next.
Succeed.
Dies anyway. It's bloody. Next.
Fail.
Alright. Keep going.
Fail.
And the next one.
Fail.
And the next one.
Succeed.
Okay, this one's actually gonna make it.
We left that one for you, War.
15, 16, 17, so plus 2. Yeah.
Hopefully, I go before these terracotta warriors for
And the last one?
Victor.
Fail.
Okay. Fuck me. Okay. Sorry to all the melee people, but it's getting wiped away.
I am happy with this result.
Okay, let's remove the competitors. I'm left with 4 terracotta warriors.
Suddenly this got easier for Ed.
We're just making your future Ed job easier.
You're making my job so easy. Holy shit. So 2 devastating blasts go off. Edwin shields the at least Victor in this situation with his magic. Lucanu, you were just taking the dodge action, right? You're just bracing yourself and you're ready to action, correct?
Yeah, I think she braces herself, but the minute she sees the explosion, she untenses.
Okay, yeah, it's immediately, you're taking like a very tentative dodge action right now, like, oh. That's 2 blasts sort of from 2 sides of the room, just one wiping them to ash, the other incinerating them. Just terrible, terrible magics ripping into the center of this room, destroying what is left. Do I roll initiative? Yes, I will. I'll roll individual initiatives because I feel bad for my guys here, so I will...
Does that bottom one have bloodied?
What'd you say?
Is that bottom one bloodied?
It is. I need to just quickly mark it. That it is bloodied. Okay, cool. And I've got 3, and I just need 1 more. And then Alexandria, will you roll initiative for me?
Sure thing.
Ed is I'm gonna ask you a DM question.
Yeah.
Really
Glad
quick.
they're
It's
all
pretty
dead.
important. It's safe to assume these terracotta soldiers realize who the threat in the room is.
You trying to get
Depends.
me killed?
It depends. So, War, you are the first to act as the actual initiative has finally happened. Everything that has just happened has happened in seconds. Not even seconds. Just no time at all. Like, literally, this has just happened. Almost instantaneous. What would you like to do?
I
You've used your
will-
reaction.
Bonus action rage.
Okay.
He is letting out a scream that he hasn't been holding this whole time. And
That
then
goes through the chamber, breaking, along with anything else, rivaling the explosions, your rage.
yeah,
Echoes in
he's
the room.
gonna sidestep to there, and then reckless attack.
Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. I'm going to mark your rage.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to put a
I can do
timer
that.
down for that rage. Don't you be careful, because it only lasts a minute. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So does mine.
So
Coincidentally.
we can actually do that on here now, because I can do that, right? Or 10. know?
1 second. I'm being stupid and adding things that are super not necessary, but because somebody made a mention of it, 10. There's your channel divinity. Anyway, what were you saying?
I threw it on the token.
Oh, yep, you're raged. Perfect.
Did we have a thing for reckless? I don't know. But also 19 to hit.
19 to hit does hit. Give me damage.
Alrighty.
Super Saiyan Turtle, go.
Ooh, bad roll for me.
9.
9 damage.
9 damage is still standing. As it's already sort of ripped apart by these spells, barely sort of surviving. You strike at it, and it's down on sort of one knee.
It is Ancestral Protector, but I'm gonna smack it
Do
again.
I dare mark it? I've done everything else.
26.
All right. Yep. How do you?
There we
Okay.
go.
How do you finish this one? off?
17 damage. He's just angrily striking out, taking out his rage on this thing, and smashes through it as hard as he can.
Okay, you still have movement and a bonus action on your turn. You already
Yeah,
used your
but
bonus,
I
so
spent-
movement.
I spent 5 feet of movement.
Most things are dust, so there's no
Yeah.
difficult terrain
15.
here.
He'll go up here.
Okay. Rage ticks down. Watch out, Edwin.
Oh, roll 1d6 and plus 8 and add to your temp hit points.
Oh, to me?
To War. He ended his turn in my circle.
War. Oh, yeah.
Oh, how much?
1d6 plus 8.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice. Yeah,
Holy,
you've ended your turn there.
shit.
Alright, so will move.
Remember,
I
we'll
guess
replace any other temp HP you have.
here,
Done tough.
and I am going to just because cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Because
So
why not?
Is it a
Right?
giant cigar?
No, his spiritual weapon is moon that turns into a crescent and then turns into a that it cuts with.
Okay.
The
Where's-
cigar went black when he's in the shadow.
Okay.
There's still smoke, but
I'll make one of these for you that that you can like pull out in the future, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
But here's one you should be able to control right now. Can you grab it?
yeah, you got it. So I'm just gonna place it next to Ilkanu and attack the northern one.
Okay. 23 definitely hits. How much damage?
Not
That's,
the top one. I forgot to unhook that. So 7.
Only 7. Okay.
Yeah.
It
And
rips
then
into it, carving away at the
I
stone.
will booming blade.
Okay, that's a dex save.
That's a dex attack,
A
which I
dex?
miss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does not manage to hit. This immediately, the stone statue takes a defensive position against you as this other thing cuts away at it.
And I will add my own temp HP.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Counts down, and it is Turk. By the way, is that a concentration spell, or it's just Divine Channel Divinity?
It's
no
it's Channel Divinity.
Yeah, okay,
it
then
just
you're fine.
runs for a minute.
If it doesn't have concentration, then you're good.
Yeah.
Either does my spiritual weapon.
I rolled for the wrong. Oh, these are dead terracotta warriors. That's right. That's right. Okay, that one's dead. Goodbye. This one here. I guess since Lucano hasn't done anything, this one's just going to attack you, Edwin. Since you are the closest thing to it that has immediately approached it for a fight, so it will make 2 attacks on you at +4. 17
They'll hit.
for 5 piercing,
Okay.
and 10
That will not hit.
that will not hit. Excellent.
I'm gonna spirit shield the
The 5.
5.
Oh, it just 8 from temp hit points.
I mean, he doesn't know how that works yet.
Okay.
Yep. You can use a reaction and roll a d10. I love fights, so we know we won. They're good.
9 points.
Okay.
Okay.
We can
Nothing
be super
happens.
cocky because we know.
Immediately
We know.
shields against it. Is unable to connect. No
Let's
one.
see
no
his
one's been
first
truly
spirit
harmed.
turtle.
Victor.
Oh, there's this one left.
Yep, right in front of you.
Yeah, in order to be well, I think he's gonna trust in war, and he's just gonna kind of turn toward it and cast Firebolt
At disadvantage.
at disadvantage. Yes.
All right.
16.
Yeah, 16. It immediately shoves your hands out of the way, sort of ending the cast before you're even able to get it off on it, and unable to effectively cast.
How rude.
And gain 12 or gain
Well, is his turn over yet? I don't know. there's still some stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm holding here. I'm not gonna invoke opportunity attack,
And
so I will wait.
Okay.
gain 11 temporary hit points.
I
And
would appreciate that.
it is Terracotta Warrior, the one right next to you. It's going to swing at you. Yeah, you. Definitely you.
Sure.
Since you went to go cast Fire Bolt on it, and you did do more
Fireball.
magic things. So, 2 attacks.
Yeah.
A 21
Okay.
for 6.
Okay.
And then a 10 for nothing, because I don't think that makes it past your shield.
No, 15. 15 is my mage armor. Yeah.
It stays on you, Lucanu.
Okay.
2 on either side.
Seeing this stranger getting attacked, I'm going to attack this one.
Okay.
First attack, +6.
Give me that d20. 16 is not going to connect. I know Lucano's
Okay.
got some more in there,
I
right?
got one more attack.
One more attack. That will hit.
Okay. I'm gonna use
And what weapon are you using?
I have a great sword of warning.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Thunderous Smite.
Okay, so we're adding some extra damage on top of this. Make sure to roll your damage
Yep.
dice in chat.
I will. So it deals an extra
2d8, right?
2d6.
2d6, nice.
So 2d6 normal damage and then 2d6 thunder damage.
Let's see it. Plus your strength
Roll.
bonus.
Yep. 2d6.
So that'll be 4d6.
That's plus 2, so that's 7. And then slash roll 2d6.
Okay. So we've got
damage.
5 and 3, so 8. And then this
Plus
gets
strength.
This gets plus. What's your strength?
2.
2. So that's 10. You slay it. You cut it down. What does that look like?
Instead of using, I know I killed it with a sword, but for stylistic choice, she's a Goliath. She's huge.
Okay.
She picks it up and then she hefts it over her shoulder and she breaks it on her back.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely.
Nice.
And she
Shatter
throws
it,
it down.
cosmetic.
Yep. And then she casually walks in front of this one.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Alexandria, there still somehow remain 2 terracotta warriors in this room, though one of them I don't know if you have line of sight on. So for you, it's
I
1.
don't. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this pretty simple. I'm just gonna firebolt.
Okay.
That's a 12.
12. Okay, a 12 will not connect. It blasts against the flame.
That's my turn.
Against the stone. All right.
Same thing. Dustin, 12 temp hit points.
Ooh.
That is such a good heal.
Yes.
I've never considered this.
Lucanu, you are going to be attacked by a terracotta warrior. Alexandria also ended their turn in the thing, Alex.
Oh yeah. You get a D6 too.
Of
Everyone
what?
gets a D6. You get the best one though.
Remember
get
when you
18.
when you receive new temp energy, you get to choose. So you don't. This doesn't like undo other temp or temp HP. So you can only take temp HP from one source. Just remember that you do get to choose if you want to let go of your current.
I'll take it. I don't have any temp HP left.
Okay. I didn't know if you had. Okay, cool.
14.
Awesome. And Lucanu, this remaining one of the remaining terracotta warriors is attacking you. 16 to hit.
No.
Okay.
I have 18 armor.
Nice. 10. It does not connect to you and stays engaged with you during this time. War.
Yeah, same things. Reckless attacking the one next to me.
Okay.
Well,
I don't
Yep.
think you need to roll anything.
Why not, though?
I have to.
If you do miss on the second one,
It died with your initial damage, so you're good.
Here, second attack. 17.
Will not connect.
Yeah, we'll burn an action surge. Why not?
Okay. Make some more swings. That will connect.
I don't think it's alive anymore.
It is.
12 damage.
Ooh,
It
still is.
It is
Ooh.
still alive.
One
it's an action
more
surge, so-
Swing.
That hits.
19.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Now it is no longer.
Good.
No, it's
18.
The last terracotta warrior is put down, its pieces raining down to the stone floor to join the earth once again. All foes in this room have been vanquished. There is no threat for now. And we will turn this battle music off.
Lucanu will casually walk to these bodies.
Running over
Or
there.
rather, if I recall correctly, Brolin was on top of Spark.
This is how they died. Sorry. From what I recall, this is me going back into the actual.
Yeah, this is
video.
what
This
happened.
is exactly where they were.
I know. I think cinematically we said he was trying to shield.
Cinematically, that's fine, but
Yeah,
where their squares are, that's where they are.
Yep.
The room is filled with sand. Very similar to another Harry Potter movie, the fifth one, where the room gets filled with sand after a glass gets thrown into one of Dumbledore's spells. Anyway,
This is where Ed secretly wants to run a Harry Potter.
Yeah, there you go.
Check on the bodies. I'm making sure neither of them are alive.
No.
Like I
just
doing whole medical
Pulse check.
first aid thing.
Yeah, if you want to, you can. Nobody needs to make any kind of rule. There's no challenge.
Oh, I know, but that is
thematically,
yeah.
that is perfectly fine. There is no challenge, so I require no check. They are deceased. For anyone to live through the amount of damage they have suffered would be a miracle that only you think an immortal could muster. They have thoroughly been slain. And there is a pool of blood on the ground, though now being soaked up in sand, as their deaths were just recent. The bodies are still a little warm.
They took many blows before falling.
Of course.
I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for them. They're too far gone.
War's gonna bend down and on Brolin, he'll probably cut off a little bit of his beard, enough that he can tie a knot. He puts it into that black pouch that he's carrying around, and then he'll do the same with a hair from Whifflespark as well.
Is that a part of your religion? Or
It's more like I'm hoping that someday I can bring them back. Have something.
yes, powerful magic would be required.
Alexandria sighs and she
I know some
crouches. She crouches over Whifflespark and starts rooting through his belongings, setting aside all the useful bits, including the bags of holding.
Yeah, one's on Victor. The other bag of holding is mostly full of books at the moment. And, actually, no, it's not full of books. There are books everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, not quite yet.
Soon.
It takes a day.
This file is
yeah.
editable by anyone. If you want to take something from this, you can edit this file and remove it and put it in your own pack, if you wish. Or if you're on D&D Beyond, you can add them. Just be sure to remove them from this list. It should be editable by everybody.
I have the bag of holding already that has Velphine inside. Yeah.
We can get rid.
War's gonna look for Berlin's bowl.
Okay. You look through Berlin's stuff as well. This is also going to be a similar file that you can edit if you want to take anything from it.
There's one more thing on the Whifflespark one that doesn't seem to be there. There's a +1 shield that you guys picked up in the tomb.
I took this directly from the inventories of your sheets. I believe I did not miss anything.
Brolin will take. I will take the belt of Hill Giant strength.
Does War have need of that?
How many magic items do you have, War? Platoon.
2, but
There's also an amulet of health.
that's what I already have one of. Valfiend.
Don't as a metagame thing, the amulet of health is what he picked up to being possessed. All of you would have seen that except for me.
Oh, that's the Moa.
Yeah. The Bobzettel amulet is the amulet of health.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're wondering what the idea, there's a the amulet of health is Papazotl, and the staff of the Python on Brolin is Moa.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Well, do we want to yeet those into the bag then?
Yeah, probably.
Whoever
Without
is
touching.
managing that, please remove it and make sure you are accounting it. Anything that gets lost in transition, I'm sorry, it is lost.
It's okay.
It's very hard to keep track of inventories in Roll20, unfortunately.
Yeah, there should be. Someone should probably grab the skeleton key.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Edwin is wondering why the hell you guys are being so ridiculously careful with 2 of the items.
They're possessed.
Possess you.
Do you want one?
Sort of possession.
You get a voice in your head, and they bestow you a power. They'll also try and wrestle control of your willpower. The usual.
Grabbing the skeleton key. Wow.
Did you grab the bowl, War?
I did.
Lucano kind of looks a little wide-eyed, like, what is that?
It's a stupid bowl.
Roland used that in a lot of his
Breakfast, cereal, porridge, milk.
You hear just a lot of words coming from Alexandria.
Wah, wah.
You are pointing at the bowl. You're not sure.
To Lucanu, they all go wah 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 wah
Yeah.
wah wah.
and his rituals.
So I am a paladin. It's probably no surprise to anyone. I am a paladin of Ubtao. Can I roll a religion check on that bowl?
If you're interacting with it,
I'm looking at. I'm
just looking at it from across the room. I don't
No.
think a check is necessary. There's no way to know.
May I see it?
Sure. Careful.
Of course.
Yeah, look, I know if you're interacting with the bowl, you want to make a check, you can.
Yeah. I'll check.
It is not an easy one. I'm going to tell you that.
Ooh, that is fair. Ooh, yeah.
Like that's fair
Yeah,
to the lore we've set up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, that is not a bad roll. That is a plus. That is a 4. That is a 15.
There's a 15.
16. So, no. Yeah, 15. Sorry.
15. You definitely think it's an item that may have been used in in like a temple of Ubtao. It's definitely old. Any kind of special features you are unaware of. It is a mundane bowl,
Interesting.
but it does seem like an old artifact.
Yeah. She gently gives it back. It must have been precious to him. There's not a single scratch on it, considering all the wear he's suffered.
For his position. I'm also gonna grab the other adamantine mace off of Whiffle Spark.
That's a special one
Yep.
that has the.
The control rod for the construct I forget the name of.
Yeah. The other ones we have. as a other magical items thing, there is the eyes, which are, I think they give plus to close-up perception and investigation. Everything, yeah, that's it, I think.
Victor is holding off until everyone picks through all of it. That would be uncouth of him. So
With
Oh, Edwin is not touching anything.
yeah,
as a DM note with new magical items, well, not new magical items, but with magical items sort of moving around a little bit, just keep in mind attunement limitations. We can only have 3 attuned at one time, so just keep in mind, unless any other feature says otherwise.
Right.
Is anyone gonna take the You should take the amulet of health, Josh.
Well, it's possessed. It's one of the items.
No, Brolin has an amulet of health.
Oh, Brolin does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Brolin's got a normal one.
It would be of no use to me.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, if someone's lacking lacking Constitution.
I can think of someone.
Who's got the bags of holding?
I have the
Victor
one.
does.
I edited the one bag of holding that I have out of his inventory that had Valfine in it, and then whatever those items were otherwise in there. So I have a bag of holding with a couple miscellaneous things inside.
Okay. Do you want to grab the Staff of the Python and the Papazotl amulet then?
I don't have mage hand. Someone want to help carry those without touching them?
Caution
Yeah,
can be
Alexandria
taken
has that,
easily
right?
enough
Yeah.
without much detail to acquire these
Okay.
things. I'm not gonna scrutinize it.
So Papazotl, amulet, and what was the other thing you said? The mace.
Papazotl amulet and Staff of the Python.
Staff
That's
of the
Moa.
Python, not mace of the Python.
Yeah, that's Moa's.
I'll grab that out of Brolin's inventory here. So let me edit these real quick before anyone does anything.
I also have a lot of just random money things that I picked up over that
see
you should
that
probably toss in
relevance.
the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
Like, he was wearing a gold coronet from the Beholder room.
Oh.
What? Had a good time, did he?
He lived a good life, you know. He looks happy.
I do talk to Victor about questioning about what these things are, like these ones we're talking about carefully, because Alexandria gave me a flippant answer.
Yeah,
She is wont to do that.
She does that, unfortunately. I apologize for her
Flippantness.
flippant is a word, but I was thinking more prickly. These are tied to the spirits of the gods that inhabit this place, or ancient gods of Omer. So, if you wish to invite one into your mind, you're welcome to touch.
Are they dangerous?
They try to influence you.
They will. Right, they will try to coexist with you, is the most accurate way to put it. But they
Some
will.
of them.
They will bestow a blessing.
You know which?
And a curse.
You
Curse.
guys want to handle that? War's gonna walk over to the sarcophagus and see if there's any traps.
Okay. I have one quick question before you do that, and you can make a perception check. Where is Aijin and Wongo's control devices?
They're in the
They
bag.
were in a bag.
They're in the bag.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Those are also around.
Yeah, the Aijin one is still in the sarcophagus because we just put the entire sarcophagus into the bag.
Yep, we didn't even decide to mess with it. We just left it in there. Makes sense.
Are we? What? Really?
Yeah, there's like a 500 pound of gold in that bag. Or not that much, like 50 pounds of gold in that bag.
Oh, that bag is gonna explode.
I am using my inspiration on
Okay,
this.
I'll steal it from you.
Okay.
Wait.
17.
Oh, never mind.
All right. You Okay, 17, and you're just looking at the outside.
Yeah, looking like around from the hinges all the way around, trying to see if there's like anything connected or.
Nothing seems conspicuous out here.
You'll want to take a step back.
I'm here in the corner.
Might as well.
We'll step in front of. Make sure Lucanu is in front of the squishies.
All right.
You'd like me to take a look? I had experience.
My guest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my passive. Do I notice anything?
What's your passive?
22.
22. Wow. 22.
He's an
passive.
investigator. He tracks
Sure.
people a lot.
With that, I'll ask, make an intelligence, just a base intelligence roll.
I
Okay.
use the bathroom. I'll BRB.
Okay. Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything dangerous out here. Edwin, it seems completely mundane. No traps, nothing. Just looking at the sarcophagus from around here, everything seems fine.
Seems safe enough.
Well,
So knowing this place, I am still going to step back.
yeah. I don't know where you're at in this place, but we've been in here for a few days.
I don't know when I got here anymore.
War's going to hold his breath and open the sarcophagus.
You open the sarcophagus. As you open up the sarcophagus, you hear the sound of twine tightening and then snapping. And the moment that happens, since unfortunately the trap was inside and not outside, there's no way for you to know what those rolls. The minute that happens, you all hear a gentle lullaby tune echo out from a music box fit into the lid of the sarcophagus. It plays out a soft song, loud enough to be heard, most definitely, and plays for a few seconds and then stops.
War just laughs.
That was the trap.
That's a good trap.
It is a
And
good trap.
he'll look down into the sarcophagus.
Inside the sarcophagus, you see a collection of golden coins piled all around. Among them, you see these beautiful stones reflecting that of the light of the moon as your sort of light from your, I imagine, whatever light source you have in here. I imagine it's your axe. They reflect back in a brilliant light and dance like moonlight. You see also, of course, the fine music box that activated the trap that's sort of built in. It seems of a master craft of sorts. And you also see laying inside what looks to be an instrument. A beautiful, completely unstained, unmarked mandolin. There are bones filling the sarcophagus underneath as well, along with sort of the just barely sort of surviving like husks of snake skins that you think with just a touch would turn to dust.
Nang Nang have anything to say about this?
Are you charmed?
Nang Nang.
I don't think so. Because this is his like opposite person, I think.
Yeah. Nang Nang is not happy. You would immediately hear inside just says, Bad news. Not good. Should leave. Take gold, though. Gold ours. Steal from Shagambi. Shagambi don't need.
Oh shit.
War's looking down at the thing. It's like, Shagambi, get this frog out of my head, and he's gonna grab the instrument.
Ooh.
Okay. Make a. Well, no, you're failing. You're deciding to fail the roll, so you're just giving up. You're not gonna roll against it.
Yeah. Yep.
Then they're fighting. For occupation of you. So very interesting. I think it's just going to be. I'd like you to roll a d20 because it could go either way. These are old enemies, so I think it is a 50-50 chance. I would say we're 1 to 10. Your boy stays with you. 11 to 20 is you get a new host. Nang Nang will have nothing of it in this moment. It refuses to leave. You almost feel the sort of cinematic reunion between them as you grab onto this thing. 6 shadowy serpents do slither out of the mandolin, visible to everyone, and coil around your body as you hear a purring voice in your mind. I am not your enemy. At which point you hear another one, but I am! Nang, nang. And there is a bit of a conflict inside of your mind, as to anybody outside would not. Maybe you're breathing back a little bit, but immediately the serpent's trying to rip into you. There's sort of a slimy exterior that sort of curls out from your body, very all much ethereal, none of it actual physical to your form, just as a manifestation of their conflict. And all of the tendrils slink back as you just hear the voice of Shagambi. Damn you, Nang Nang, and it just fades into the mandolin.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We had a good thing going. What are you doing?
Ed, as Lucanu, do I recognize? I'm assuming I recognize these names.
The names haven't been audible in this moment, but you do see the image of Shagambi. I don't know if anybody has said the word Shagambi yet, and you do recognize the form of a trickster god.
Is that Shagambi?
Yes.
The trickster gods, they're here. What?
This is
Oh,
the last one that we needed to gather, so
Is this Shagambi?
this one is. I have Nang Nang stuck in my head.
Oh,
We're speaking in Omnuan too, so
oh, I'm so
I don't know if
sorry.
that's-
Edwin's gonna approach you and like check you over because like medical check.
Yeah, nothing seems wrong. War seems okay. I think he's in you don't have to make any roll. We're gonna call it in 10 minutes too. By the way, I'll just know we'll end
Okay.
at 10:30 if everyone's cool with that.
Well, I guess that seems harmless enough. Which ones are there?
Somebody bring me that bag.
Wait, you said that was Shagambi.
Yes.
Shagambi's in that instrument.
Yeah.
May I see it? She
You
looks
sure
quizzing.
You want that one?
Do I know the? I'm assuming I'm Omnuan. I know the backstories of the
Yep.
trickster gods.
Yeah.
Shagambi is known for his. Is it a him or a her?
Let me see. Just say they for now.
They are known for their wisdom. We scarcely need it now. Does it work? How does it work? Give that to me. She picks it
Well,
up.
If you have any preference, there are the others.
Never been very. Out of all of them, really, Shagambi was probably. Is that Moa? That... Not quite sure.
Oh,
Yes, as Edwin and Lucanu ponder over what Trickster got to take on, your choices are, let me go around. War, you have Nang Nang.
right.
Victor, you have Unik.
Mhm.
Alexandria, which one do you have, Alexandria? Because you've traded a few times.
I don't
Yeah.
actually remember the name of the
You
most
have
recent one.
the froggy
You have
myth
Moa,
guy, right?
and you have
Yeah, I've got the froggy.
You've got yeah, that's right. You have
With the staff.
Kubazon.
But, yeah.
So what is available is Aijin, Moa, Ubalaka, Papazotl, Shagambi, and Wongo.
Well, I'll try one of the ones we haven't touched yet. So,
I have Papazottle's Amulet and the Staff of the Python in my
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
possession.
Probably. And Aijin, and the other ones are, I think, in the other bag, right?
they're in the bag that he has. The other bag was full of books.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So Aijin.
It's Aijin is in the sarcophagus that should be listed in that bag.
Mm-hmm. So is that the one you're taking, Edwin?
Yeah, I think I'll try Aijin. Why not?
Okay, and
It's
you're,
one of the ones we haven't tried, and the other one that we haven't tried is insane. So,
you're choosing to fail your save?
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, give me just 1 second. All right.
Do you have a list of the items in that bag, Alex?
What? Oh, I don't have that access to that character sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
But it was mostly just everything on Delphine
Opening.
and the
Oh, go
and
ahead.
then the a few of the artifacts. That's all that we're putting in that bag so far.
Okay.
Opening the the small sarcophagus of Aijin, you see the sort of bones littering it with the single spiraled horn that remains intact at its center. And you pick that up?
Yeah, why not?
Streamers of light emanate from the tip of the horn. As they swirl around you, the form of a spectral rabbit with a single horn on its brow takes shape. A female voice whispers, "Quick! Quick! Let me in! We must stop Asararak!" And you feel this influence take over. I'm going to give you a sheet that is going to be visible to you, and you alone. And I'm also going to give you a magical item that you will immediately know the properties of. That also you and you alone will see. So let me get those going. Here's that. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Please add the flaw and the power somewhere, however it applies. And then I'm going to give you this as well. This is also for you, and you can add this to your character sheet or just leave it there, however you want. Probably add it to your character sheet. This one is also yours. See that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Both of those are yours.
I don't want to use that ever.
Well, you don't have to attune to the item to have the
Oh,
spirit.
I will attune to it. That's fine, but I am likely never using that.
Okay, yeah. If the item doesn't mean anything, you can take it off attunement. You can still keep the spirit. And Lucanu, who are you choosing between what remains, which is Moa? This is like choosing your first Pokemon. Moa, Ubalaka, Papazotl, Shagambi, or Wongo.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Shagambe, the one that War was holding.
Okay.
Alrighty. Hill-handed.
Indeed.
Probably have more connection to them than we do.
So, I'm going to give you an item that you have that I will want you to add to your character sheet so you know that you have it. Because you'll probably lose this this handout because there's a lot of stuff. So make sure you write down that you have this item. And make make sure you can see that. Sorry, it's lagging. All right, you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Pick up the mandolin instrument. And here is the handout as well. Be sure to add its flaw and feature somewhere on your character sheet that is notable. I'm not sure how to do that in Beyond with extras, but I trust you to figure that out. This one, and this one. And yes, be sure to apply the flaw too. Do you see this? Dustin.
Oh, yeah, yes, sorry, I muted myself.
Be sure to add that.
Oh.
Okay. All right. With 3 minutes left, I'd like to ask for some final actions of the party as we close out of the session. If you don't have anything, just say pass. So starting with Alexandria, any final actions that Alexandria is doing before we see out this session?
I will pass.
Okay. Victor.
He's messing with Whifflespark's goggles
Okay.
and kind of looking at him.
Yeah.
As everyone seems to have moved on from, so the pile of loot laying there. Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, we see you peering at them. War.
Yeah.
He's probably double checking over things. I'll probably take a few more things. And is actually going to lay out just to get rid of the weight, but also in a different fashion as well. He's going to lay out all of the tej he's been carrying next to Brolin and Whifflespark.
Okay. Yeah. Pouring out a drink for your friends. Some kind of honor in the moment. I like it. Edwin.
Edwin is gonna lean back against the wall because he's had a rough week, and
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
and light up a new cigarette. Light up the new cigar, which consists of him pulling a cigar out and just holding his hand up like a lighter and it lighting.
Yeah, you take in that good nicotine from Port Nine Zaru. It's helping. And finally, Lucano, I will mention, I forgot to mention before because I had already described it for War, you get a similar sequence with Shagambi taking over, those tendrils making their way around, and their voice saying, I can help you, and I'm not your enemy.
I imagine there's probably a far more in-depth conversation we could potentially save for next.
Absolutely, we can. But any final actions of Lucano as we close it, or is she just sort of wowed by this interaction? It's up to you. Any final actions?
I guess she will say the final act for her is, what do we do with your two friends?
And that's where we're going to end the session. That's perfect. On those words, what do we do with those we leave behind? All right, guys, that is the session. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it. It's been so long. It's good to get some D&D in back with y'all. I missed you guys big time. And we missed you over on YouTube. Thank you for joining for the next session of Tomb. We will be back in the month of August. Probably only 1 or 2 sessions then, because August is a crazy month for myself. But I imagine probably other people too. But we will see you soon for the next session. Thank you for joining us. Bye!